I drove field cuts through my neighborhood.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fearlessly Authentic. We are having Sunday night ladies' night, and I'm going to bring in two of our beautiful ladies right now. We have Hunter and we have Al. So, how is everybody tonight? You guys doing good?
Yeah.
I'm well. I just forgot to mute the video, so that was a great start. Good to be here, though.
Hey, we do it. We do it how we do it. It's organic.
I literally tried. I remembered, and then I was like, oh, shit. And then I had to fix it.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Well, not great. I'm doing well.
Yeah.
Had to have an expense that was unfortunate today. So after losing your job, you don't really have a lot of expenses, but that had to be done. And now I might have another expense. So I'm just kind of like worried about that. But other than that, it's like the health is good. Health is getting better. So that's what's important, and focusing on staying alive amidst all of the fear. And
sometimes, the ending of something is a new beginning. So we're going to keep our positive vibes out for that.
For sure. And then, getting out and enjoying the crisp weather as it was crisp, and now it's kind of getting less crispy. So
cheers to less crispy weather. That's awesome.
It's hell over here in California.
Well, I'm in California too, so.
Oh, where are you? Are you up in Northern California?
No, Hollywood.
Oh, it's crispy over there? I've been sweating all day today.
It was crispy yesterday, but then it got hotter.
Okay, yeah, I'm up in like Pasadena area.
I remember Pasadena. I haven't been there in a long time. My photo here, my avatar is Santa Monica Beach. So I thought you'd get a good look at that and you'd enjoy it, Lucky, because you were saying you like my photos. So that's a photo I took
that's awesome.
In 2019, pre-apocalypse.
Oh my God, I know. Oh, it is beautiful though. Oh my gosh, you guys get a lot of pretty shells and sea glass on your beaches? You guys
I don't really get that close to it.
Not the ones up in LA County. Down in Orange County though, like San Onofre and San Clemente, there's a lot of sea glass and shells.
That's awesome. I go in the river and I collect old glass that is actually like bottles and things like that from probably 1700s, like as far back as they made the stuff. Yeah, old broken milk glass bottles, and like actually in my hair, this let me see if I can get it closer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's actually like a glass bottle, the neck of an old antique glass bottle.
Hell yeah.
Because I go in the river and I clean it up and then I find like cool glass pieces. So I'm like, this is cool. It's like a little treasure, It's like my little reward for cleaning up the river.
Very cool.
Love that.
Yeah.
Oh, can I just say something real quick just to put it out there?
You go.
Okay. So, I got heated. I always get like not heated, not that it ruins my day or anything like that, but it just really bothers me when I see people attacking other people, especially when they're my friends. And so what I accidentally did earlier on Twitter was I confused Ian Higgins and Elliot Higgins. And then I did like a mean ass tweet, but I ended up deleting it, everyone, because it's the wrong person.
Oops.
Yeah. So
Dude, that happens.
But
sometimes I'm following an asshole and then someone tells me like, hey, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna unfollow that person. Thank you for that heads up.
Oh my God. So much fuckery going on. I can't.
Mhm.
Oh my God, that's what the music was. It was us. Oh my God. I was like, where's that music? I'm like, who's got music on? And it's in the stupid StreamYard.
Oh.
So it was good to see you on Slow News Day earlier.
Oh yeah, I love Slow News Day. That was the first show I ever went on.
I remember your first show.
I have horrid social anxiety. Like, it takes me forever if I have to do presentations for school to do them because I hate doing it. But going on Slow News Day first was good because now I'm like, it's not even a thing anymore.
Yeah, it's just like going on and hanging out with friends. Like,
Yep.
you don't even think about anything. You know what I mean? You don't worry about anything else. It's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was freaked out by going online. Like, I never like intended on like starting a podcast. But you know what pushed me over was all the guys like, Shadow Band and Prop and everybody, on the Discord and everything. And like I like would go on there and I a couple times like they were even on Franco's stream and I like would grab the mic and be like, no, blah blah blah, blah. Like I just had shit I had to say, So eventually I started going on camera with Steve's and everything, and then the rest is just history. But yeah, it's weird at first. It's weird.
It is.
Yeah.
Especially because I wanted to get everything right. So I bought everything first before I even started thinking about doing a podcast or anything. Mm-hmm. Now all that shit is in the storage. But yeah, I was like, I did way too much because it could have just been a lot more relaxed.
Yeah, it's hard though, like when you're getting into it to know like where to start. Like we had some of the equipment and everything because Steve's been a musician like forever, so and he played in a band for 25 years, so we had mics and stuff like that. But I mean, there's people that just do them with their phone. Like it's pretty intense. It's pretty amazing how you can you can do it on a lot less than you think you can.
That's what I'm learning because these past streams I've been doing have just been from my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked.
It's like the tech is catching up with the people to make everyone a possible or a potential producer of content.
Yeah.
Like every person in the world can produce content.
Yep. Isn't that interesting? Because
pretty badass.
Because I have been telling Ty that there's a cross thing happening with the censorship and then with the tech companies and capitalism and free market, that they're like the same entities. And it kind of got ahead of them too much. Like it's bad for them, good for us, because we all started talking. Now we can see things instantly, what's going on around the world. And now they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. And that's when they have the congressional hearings saying, telling Zuckerberg, like, you need to silence people.
Yeah. You need to do what we tell you because we're telling you.
It's like instead of like having a more conversation about things, they're like, nope. If I don't see it and if I don't hear it, it does not exist and I don't have to worry about it. Which I think, that's what I have ostriches for the background and stuff because I'm like people just want to do that. They don't want to stick their head in the sand and they feel like, if I censor, then that means that, somehow it's just going to go away.
And if you don't like it, you're a Nazi and you're canceled.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's so ridiculous. I had a video taken down, guys. I only have less than 180 subscribers, and they keep fucking with me so bad. Like, they took a video down. They said if I do something, and there was like a video that we did like a month ago, and they're like, yeah, if you do something again, we can freaking put you in timeout for a week or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Oh my,
really?
For stuff that she was literally like showing other people's work that was showing the results of an actual peer-reviewed study. Like there was nothing misinformation about it at all. Just how fucking YouTube decided to say fuck you.
That's why we're putting the energy towards Rockfin.
Yes.
We are manifesting Rockfin, guys.
Yeah. That's
We'll
mandatory.
get our shit taken away just like everybody else does because you can't shut up.
I had less than 50 subscribers, and after the first, just outline the first podcast, which, oh my God, that was awful. It was so awful. It's like you go back and you watch and you're like, oh my God, that was really bad.
You get better at it.
Yeah, well, because you get more used to just being on the camera, you know, but yeah, so after my first one, just saying that I was gonna have the show and basically like the outline and you know where you know I thought we could go with it and everything, and yeah, they found me. YouTube found me on Twitter, and because I complained about it, I did not tag YouTube in any way, shape, or form. They found me on Twitter and were like, yeah, we removed those 30 people too on top of it that subscribed to you because they were spam or deleted accounts.
It's pretty funny, like out of 50 billion users or something, we just noticed your tweet about it.
I know, like they removed 30 people
What?
in one night. Like everybody, like all of our fam on freaking Twitter was subscribing and stuff to try to get it so that I could stream from my phone. I forget how many. I needed like 100 subscribers or some stupid shit.
I remember, you know what it is, don't you? It's because we have all our friends are like Hunter and L and Boykin. You know,
Well, yeah, Pasta
all
told
these
me.
different people. Pasta
Was like, it's guilt by association.
It really
What they
feels
told
that way.
me.
Like when they can single you out of a sea of fucking tweets. YouTube happened to find her fucking tweet bitching about it. Really?
I don't even have that many
Oh.
people like on my Twitter. I've had it for like a year and a half or something.
It's really silly.
Oh, do you ever? Well, you've had yours for a year and a half. I've had mine for a couple of years, and oh my God, I look back to when I thought like Bernie Sanders was a person, and like how I got,
But he wasn't a psyop.
yeah, and how I got, I don't know, cattled, and sheep herded into the like, yeah. TYT, they're cool. Kyle Klinsky, they're cool. They're not saying the same thing. And I look back and I'm like, oh my God, it's so gross. I would
You know
never
who's
listen
sharp
to
is that
TYT.
David Dole. He's a sharp guy from Canada. Like, dude, I know it, but it's an evolution. We're all
Hunter, it's okay. I
we're
think we're
all
all
evolving.
embarrassed.
You know, we all evolve. That's the thing that's important. It's just to stay open and absorb more information and data and then make a decision about how human or not fucking Bernie Sanders is.
Well, here's the
That's
thing. We have 2 Bernie Sanders books because we got them, like, you know,
Me too.
helping them raise money, right? And I'm like, I don't want to burn the fucking books, but I don't want the books, so I'm gonna redo the books and I'm gonna reuse them and make the altered art books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've done a bunch of those, so I'm like, I'm just gonna take it. I don't want to burn it. Fuck
Yeah.
Bernie though. Fuck him and his fucking psyop. I'm just gonna make
Mhm.
fucking art out of that shit.
Or you can make
That's
one
good.
of those security hiding boxes.
No, they're not gonna look for the Bernie book. My God.
No.
I have the Revolution book. I forgot what it was called, but something about the People's Revolution or whatever the fuck.
Our revolution.
Yeah, Our Revolution. Like,
Yep.
or no, something else. I have one of his earlier ones, but he co-wrote with someone else. But
Oh, yeah.
it was like early Bernie. Like I was 100% in, and it's even more embarrassing for me because I've been on Twitter since 2009. So you can imagine how many bad takes there are of me defending Obama, gun control, like all
Yeah.
kinds of shit.
Oh.
Like, I would not
I
ever
was
say
there.
today.
No, I absolutely feel the same way. Like just having bought the whole fucking farm when they fucking ran Obama. Like, oh yeah, finally change in America and fucking what? You fucking jackass. the whole time, you know, like, and that's what's painful about growing, is just that learning of, oh man, I was that fucking dumb. I bought that mainstream fucking narrative for how long in my life? And once you realize that they just been lying to you since birth, then you don't have to feel so guilty about buying into any sort of specific bullshit, because you bought the whole fucking thing. Just own it, you know.
Oh,
And
yeah.
most people did. So
Yeah, and Obama that whole thing is very nefarious, because they did that out of exploiting people's kindness and their want for things to actually fucking change.
Yep.
And oh wow.
They co-opted change is what
It was horrible.
I know.
But
I
it was the
voted
wrong
for
kind of
Obama
change.
the first time.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Yep.
I did it twice like an idiot.
We can
So
admit these
worried.
mistakes, though, right? We can move
They're-
forward together.
That's
and
what's
hold it.
important, that we grow from it and we move on and we acknowledge the past. We don't
Yep.
just erase it.
Right.
Yeah, because if not, we're gonna freaking repeat the same
Exactly.
shit, and we're gonna have another
We're
Bernie
not documenting
psyop.
that shit. Put that down in the book.
Fuck that.
Do not buy that bullshit again, you know.
Yep. No.
And that's how you move on, you know, and try to
And
do
it's
better.
hard because they'll be like one of those random people that are like, not that you're going to go out of your way anymore to like volunteer or send them money or anything, but you'll be like, oh, well, maybe I could boost this campaign on Twitter. Don't do it.
Yep.
Don't do it, because nothing is going to change.
It's a fucking scam. Absolutely.
Yep.
Electoral politics as a whole, for me, is just like, it's the fucking sideshow. That means
Yeah.
nothing.
You
I
guys,
was
do you see this?
I was so upset.
Tina said, oh, go ahead.
This is just quick. I was so upset with the TYT and shit, and them like getting one over on me that last year I asked for a refund. So anybody out there, if you need your refunds for your memberships or any of the donations that you've given, they'll send it back to you. No questions asked.
Wait, for Bernie too?
Not for
No,
for
I
TYT.
wish.
yeah, right.
Can we all just send Bernie like a bill? Like, I think we should all send Bernie a bill
Can we
and
just,
be like,
corner
you
him in the cart?
you owe me my hope. You owe me the money that you friggin' took from me, that you took from my fucking family. You owe me all that back.
I think just like cornering him in a parking lot somewhere in the dark, would be fantastic. Just scare the shit
Can you
out
imagine
of him.
him and his
Give me that
mittens?
money.
Him and his
Son
little
of a bitch.
Vermont mittens
Run your
running away.
pocket. Oh,
Back to his third
I'm
house.
just kidding, but god damn.
Right.
I know. Yeah, I know. And we don't live. We live a few hours from him. How far are we? Maybe 5. That's not that bad. We're like 12 from 12 to DC, like on good drive time, and not no traffic and shit. Maybe
Wait, how long?
12 hours.
Oh,
It's 12 hours. Yeah, it's 12 hours from here to Buffalo. 12 hours to DC.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not a bad drive. If you don't mind driving, I like driving, so if you don't mind it.
we're like 3.5 hours from New York City.
Not 3.5.
3 hours. I'm sorry.
No, we're like 2.5. Depends on how fast you drive, I guess.
Okay, well, if you drive like Lucky.
No, I don't drive we have a big van now. I have a 15-foot van, so I don't drive the van like I used to my little car. My little car, I could go it would just go. It was a little Toyota Yaris, so it just would go, and it was a newer car. Well, I mean, not new, not brand new. I have never bought in a brand new car in my life.
Yeah. I was gifted a brand new car.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of shit had happened, but long story short, and I'm super grateful, super appreciative. I have had like shitty ass cars. I had my son when I was super young, didn't get any support with him. That's fine. Then did a lot of crazy shit, was in a really bad relationship, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, Ty, I've always like had the biggest crush on him since high school, but I was like, he won't like me. but we became really close. And then I
Oh.
started wilding out. And then he came and found me like 5 years later, which was nuts. And I got super close with his grandma, who had gone through the same shit, like domestic violence and stuff. And after like starting to trust them,
Mhm.
I would take my son over there, and then my son got close with everyone. And then my car, the brakes went out one day, and I smashed into a brand new Escalade. And I was like, oh my God. And I didn't have insurance or anything. And so I needed to get to school, and I tried to do really well with school, my grades and stuff. And then Ty's grandma sold her house for a lot of money in Manhattan Beach, like before it was all ritzy and shit. And she took me out and she bought me a car.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking sweet.
I don't know. A brand new car, as soon as you drive it off the lot, it loses money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's just the nature of anything you buy.
Yeah. I've never bought. I mean, the one I bought was like 3 years old, and it was like 50,000 miles, and I was like, "Yeah, that was the newest car I ever bought."
That's the shit right there.
But you know, the van I drive now, it's a '91, and you know, I love it. And you know,
Yeah.
didn't pay a lot, you know, and just slowly restoring and working on the van. But I mean, I built a bed in the very back, and like
Fuck
you know,
yeah.
yeah, it's like it. I could live in the van if I needed to.
Exactly.
I mean, I have.
That's
like,
it. We're living in the van down by
I
the
have
river.
for
Who's
like.
coming with me?
We'll
I
come
mean,
in.
I've done it at festivals, and you know, like we travel, so like you know, it's. I hope we can get down to DC. We are really hoping we can get down to DC for the protests.
In April.
Mm-hmm.
You
The
guys
van is really handy to have. You know, it's a nice big space.
set up a fundraiser, not on GoFundMe, but just like put it out there if you want to, or I will.
Okay, yeah, maybe you can help me.
Yeah,
Do a
because we're
thing.
gonna fly out there.
Are you?
Yeah.
I won't. I mean, I would fly, but I don't want to deal with flying. And with Leo, you know, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I could, you know, I just need to get the, you know, the van looked over and make sure everything's okay. The brakes and all that should be good. We did them, you know, but and I've taken the van down, you know, down that far before. I just, you know, paranoid, you know, like I have to make sure everything's okay before I really take her any kind of distance. But yeah, I mean,
You so practical, baby.
I used to have friends that would work on it with me, and you know, I love wrenching on the van. I've done like a bunch of work, but I'm not confident in myself enough to say like I can do a safety point check and, you know, check everything and feel like it's, you know, like everything's okay. You know, I don't know. I just we have AAA, so like if we had to,
Okay.
you know, we could use AAA.
There's some righteous people in the chat room here. Our buddy Popeye and Jilly, Tina, and
Hi everyone.
Trish, and
Welcome.
Yes, Peaches.
Insight and Awareness. And
Peach is the bird
Oz.
that you'll hear in the background. He agrees with us.
Nice to see you all.
Yeah, I think we should.
You guys need to get up there.
We want to. We really do. And then I was thinking, like the other thing I could do is, you know, because I can sleep in the van. If I have somewhere to park the van, I can sleep in the van. You know, like that's not a big deal. You know, I have an extra battery that I can, you know, probably charge up and run. Yeah. Well, yeah, there's campsites too, and to freaking pull off the road, freaking go hang out with the truckers, man.
No, that's been my life forever. Yeah, because we still have our 4Runner, which is old and needs a lot of work, and I love working on that thing.
Yeah, I mean, the van being a 91, like that's what they're made for. They were made to work on, and you know, like I have what they call the dog house on the inside of the van. So like it's basically like where your cup holder would be, but the whole thing comes off. I can change my air filter and spark plugs from sitting in the front seat of the van. Yeah, on the inside.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that van is awesome. Like I got her with like 87,000 miles, and that was like what, 4 years? I can't believe it's been that long. Like 4 years ago. 87,000 original miles on a 91. Yeah, I was replacing like original parts and stuff when I was doing parts. Imagine that. Like, she's good and strong. She's got a big old engine in her.
Yeah, that's more satisfying to me. I found out, like, yeah, it's nice to have a reliable car, but I don't know, there's just something about actually learning about cars and shit. I took an automotive class to learn about it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
See, that's awesome.
We had that in high school, and that's the only reason I know how to do anything on a car is because we rebuilt a motor in school. So I'm like, I understand the combustion fucking gasoline engine, and I can fix any kind of gasoline engine pretty much now because of that. So that's a pretty fucking handy skill to have.
Absolutely. I know. We need, like, that's the kind of mutual aid I feel like we need too, we need to have mutual aid for that. Like, I know how to sew and do a bunch of artsy stuff and things like that. And so, like, I'm absolutely willing to teach anybody anything that I know how to do, but like, I really feel like we need that kind of mutual aid too. Like, I mean, think about it. Like, think about like all the knowledge that like the truckers have from driving on the road, and like, if something happens, you got to fix it. You know what I mean? Like, there's just not always going to be somewhere. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, you got to know what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm. No, I know Ty is trying to get into that. It's just tough for him, but he's all about like 24/7, like building shit, getting off the grid. He wants to teach people. It's survivalist type shit. He's done landscaping for years and growing. That's his thing. Seeds. We have so many seeds.
That's awesome.
If anybody needs any, we have so many.
Yeah, let's see what we have and see what we can trade up for seeds. Yeah. Because we learned something too. Like, how everyone saves their avocado pits and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to grow an avocado plant or whatever. Do you know, like, we saw this stream, this guy explained the whole breakdown of seeds and why when you grow something from a seed from something that you had at the grocery store or whatever, it might not taste the way that original plant tasted because of the way that it selectively, like, the genes of the plant and all this other shit. So if you actually have part of the actual plant that will regenerate and grow, like if you grow a pineapple top from a pine, that you cut off, or like lettuce that you get at the store, you can put that in water. Carrot tops, the very tops of carrots, and they will start to grow. Celery will regenerate itself. So like if you're cloning it from the original plant and you're growing it from that, even potatoes, like they get the little crazy eye things that pop out, and onions, garlic, ginger, like there's so many things that are so easy to grow. But it's weird because I guess with the actual avocado plant, so if you grew random one that you got at the store, it can grow, but it might not grow. It's not going to grow the same like plant like that you had. It's really weird. Steve, do you remember how that? He might know better.
Avocados pop out as plants, or are they trees?
No, they're plants, but what they do is it's like this natural selection thing that happens where every plant from seed will grow to be a unique thing, right? But if you clone something, it will duplicate whatever you had. So if you grow avocado from the seed of an avocado, chances are it might not taste that great because not all avocados taste that great. The one that you got was selected out of thousands and thousands of fucking avocados.
Yeah, like you could
give you that
plant
specific flavor
a million and
that
see.
You're used to. So if you try to grow that again, it may not have that flavor at all. It could possibly, but most likely it's not gonna because there's so many other combinations.
Here's the solution to that, right? So if you get an avocado seed to grow and you have that, plant, I mean, you can see what it fruits, right? And you can be like, oh, that's so gross, I don't want that. So this guy, I forget what, we'll have to see if we can find the YouTube and link it in here for everybody. He explains it with like candy, which, candy's just not good for you anyway. But he's like, he explains it in a really, really great way on how, the genetics of everything works. But he said you can get clippings of the avocado. So you can get either a plant that's already growing, or you can get like just a little clipping. Like they will sell you avocado clippings from plants that already exist and they know they're good avocados, and you graft that on to the plant that you grew. You can graft like all kinds of plants. Like you can make an apple pear tree and
that
all
was
kinds
the
of
that was the thing. The thing with the candy is like if you graft that plant together, say all of them, all the different avocados you have, one tastes like fucking Reese's, and one tastes like chocolate, and one tastes like vanilla. You could have, if you graft them together, you could have like a vanilla one that tastes like Reese's as well. You know what I mean? Like,
or
be some
then he said like
combination of
peppermint and like Skittles
really
together.
trippy.
Like you don't want those two together, but yeah, he explains it really well with candy about how gross. Like
I helped my friend graft two citruses together. I can't remember, but it worked, and I was shocked. And it took, I think, 2 or 3 years for it to flower.
Yeah, I guess that's the deal. Is like people do that with apple trees and all kinds of fruit-bearing trees, where you can get the qualities of a different. If your tree is all just always got sour, fucking terrible grapefruits, and then you cross it with something else that's really sweet, it's going to make a complementary, fruit. The fruit's going to come out tasting really good. So that's kind of the selective breeding process. Same thing with weed. Everybody does that. They want the qualities. They want that greasy friggin' bud that is like really dense and really full, and and has a consistent buzz. And people go after those traits. They do really well with it.
Yeah, you can do that with like fruit trees too. So like if you have an apple, like, and that's another thing they were saying, that people that like if you threw out an apple and like the seeds went out, that's how you end up with the crab apple trees and stuff, is because it grew from an actual seed that the same weird genetic thing. But if like say you took that crab apple tree and you grafted on like a branch of an apple tree that you knew was growing that had good fruit, and you graft that on, like it will grow that part will grow the part that you like. It's crazy how that works.
That's cool. And it's like natural. It's not like
it's not like GMO.
Yeah.
Well, it is GMO. It's totally like early GMO. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like letting it do it on its own with different influence, with just you influencing the plant. So it is
you're basically cutting it at an angle, so the angles match up, and you're putting it together. But yeah, it's really cool. It's cool to think about.
Yeah. I really want to get settled somewhere for a little bit and start learning more of that stuff, because that's important. I want to learn how to beekeep.
Yeah, that's a really beautiful fucking thing.
Yeah,
right
there's
too.
people that go and like rescue the bees.
Yeah.
Oh, guess what? We got Miss Amber King. Hey.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hi. Sorry I'm late.
Oh no, you're not late. This is how we do it.
Right on time.
Oh, are you frozen?
I am frozen. One sec. You guys know me. I've got too many windows open.
It happens.
Too many things going
Al,
on.
have you and Amber, have you guys ever met up online before?
I don't
No,
think so.
this is our first meeting.
Nice. Yeah.
Hello.
So yeah, you should tell her what your show, because you guys might know each other through your shows.
Yeah, I have the Political Matrix is what I co-host.
Okay.
I also have my own podcast, but It's been going since 2013 or so. But that sounds way more than it is because it's only like 52 episodes. Plus some because I'm very lazy. So plus some extra bonus episodes, different kinds of content, plays and such, radio plays.
That's awesome.
We had the crossover stream with Political Matrix and the Matrix radio play for my podcast. My podcast was supposed to start out very fun, and you guys were talking about before the first podcast that you did, Lucky, and my first one. You know, Joe Rogan is kind of under a lot of heat right now for saying the N-word multiple times throughout history of his podcast.
Yeah.
Well, I said it one time as Paula Dean in a sketch that I created out of nowhere on the first episode of my podcast. And it made the people in the show so uncomfortable. It was fast forward to 2022. It made the same reaction. Except it was totally in character, and it was relevant to what she was doing in real life.
Well, Elle, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're canceled. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I know. I canceled myself.
We're all canceled these
Just did a
days.
clip too. Oh my gosh, what is his name? The shorter guy. He's hilarious. He's like he's the redhead too, but he's not. It's not JP. He's got the shorter hair. Tyler Fisher, I think. Let me see if I think so. Yeah. Oh my, yes. He is hilarious. And so he did a thing on YouTube. Let me see. I'll see if I can pull it up. Amber, you having any luck?
I'm trying a few different things here.
Maybe
I'll come out and come back in. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try this a few times. Be right back.
Okay. Oh my gosh. So yeah, he is hilarious. What did I just say his last name was?
Fisher.
Yeah, he's a comedian. He's freaking, oh my God. Yeah, he did this awesome video earlier and it cracked me up so bad.
I'm gonna knock on the ceiling real quick and get Ty's attention to bring me down something.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Don't forget about me. That is so funny.
Like, what? I'm playing.
I know, right?
I know. He's like, finally, I get some quiet time from you bitching about politics.
It's showing a completely different screen than I'm seeing on mine. It's showing the freaking StreamYard one. Yeah, it's so weird that it's doing that because that's not what I was looking at. Let me try that again.
You didn't have that window selected.
No, I did. I selected the YouTube one and it just did that. I don't know. That was
But
weird.
I mean, you could have selected the clip, but not been in the window itself.
Yeah.
If you had another one open.
Sure.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Fuck if I know.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, wait, what is this name again? I need to smoke a bowl too. See,
Smoke a
like,
bowl. I think
No, I'm gonna text him.
everybody smoke a bowl and just relax.
Give me a second.
It's Sunday, for Christ's sake.
yeah, this guy is freaking, this is not his. Why did it just go? Oh, okay. There, it's his. Where's the one that I was thinking of? Oh my gosh. He's got the funniest videos
Okay.
about this. Which one is it that I saw?
Good cook.
Let me see. We add Miss Amber back.
My back. Ah, it's frozen again. Shit. It's my resting face. At least my eyes.
I think I have to jump out and come back in because mine's not working.
Is yours frozen too? I see you fine.
End.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Cascading
StreamYard's
dominoes.
just toying with us.
Yeah, it's okay.
So
We
where
can
are
talk
you,
later.
Al?
I'm in California,
Okay,
Hollywood,
right on.
California. I have to be specific because it's a very big state.
There you go.
Nice.
Amber, is Amber black to you guys or
Yeah,
Yes.
she's black.
And not in the N-word way.
I know, yeah. Oh my god. All right,
Ironic.
Thank you for
I'm
clarifying.
gonna take you off for a second and then put you back on, and maybe that will help.
We
Yeah.
do it live.
Yeah, you're a black screen to me. I don't know.
Oh
why.
yeah, no, it's not at all.
Oh, what
Weird.
picture
I
was
wonder if it's like
which one was I
changing
looking for?
settings.
I don't know. It seems like it's doing something that, like, at first it's working and then it just kind of glitches. Whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It just seems like something is trying to happen. I don't know what that is. We can hear you.
Oh,
Technology.
yes, this is the
Well-
one right here. Okay, that's what it was. Yes, this ties back to Elle's thing. I need to remove that one. That one. Yeah.
Oz says, unplug your camera and plug it back in.
I did that.
She did that.
I didn't know these
It's
tricks.
so funny because he's like giving her the instructions. Like
I know.
he's like, "Hey, Amber, I know what we need to do here."
Let's
love you,
isolate
Oz.
the problem and eliminate it, okay?
I know, right? Let me see if I
Thank
can
you.
get this video to come on. This is so funny, guys. You're
I
gonna
know.
love it. Do you guys know Tyler Fisher?
Oh, I've heard of him. Yeah. I need to check
Dude,
his
he is
stuff out.
freaking hilarious. And I think he's really a short little guy, which just, makes him just adorable. Why
Thank
is this thing
to be
here?
shorter?
Here you go.
I don't know. He's just really cute because he's short, maybe. I don't know.
As you know,
Why does it keep freaking doing this? All right.
Ha. I see
I
you.
think my grandpa had that hat.
Oh my god, Leo has one like that. I don't know where it is.
Like everybody's on the cast of Newsies.
I know, right?
Newsies.
I'm gonna play Tyler for us, and you guys,
Okay.
you'll like this. Al, this is for you.
hey everybody.
Okay.
As you know, I usually make funny videos. This one will not be funny. I was actually inspired to make this when I just saw Joe Rogan's video of him apologizing for using the N-word during his podcast. And I thought that was really respectful of him to do. Some of you may know I have a podcast called The Tyler Fisher Show. And like Joe, there have been a few times, probably a bunch, 15 or 20 times when I said the N-word and didn't abbreviate it. I just said the whole word. And I need to just say that's not my word to use, and I'm sorry. And if it offended anybody, bro, none of that was in the show. What? You weren't recording it. Oh, you mean like you weren't recording when I said it? No, it was completely off the air. It was totally off the record. Yes, what the hell are you doing? It's, you know what? Joe Rogan should apologize, and he should do another apology immediately.
Perfect. That's good.
And he
I
should,
mean, how could I not? Like, I saw that earlier, and I was like, okay. I'm like, that's just Al's like, you Tyler got it, man.
I love it.
He is so freaking hilarious. Oh my gosh! All right, I'm gonna show you guys
much
one more
content.
clip
I
of
love
him because you need to see this. Like, oh my god,
I've seen that one.
have you seen this one?
Hi,
Yeah.
this is a little message to the unvaccinated. Ugh. You are killing everyone. It's your fault. You're being selfish. So get the vaccine because I'm vaccinated. I am vaccinated. Okay. And so I'm protected because the vaccine is safe and effective. So if you're around me and you're unvaccinated, then you're putting me at well, you're not. No. So you're selfish because if I'm protected and you're around me, then I'm fine. But you're me. Sorry. If you're not vaccinated and you're not, you're racist, is what I'm saying. Yeah. Hi. Just another message to the mass murderers. Wait, I'm sorry. Oh, I meant the unvaccinated. Ugh, I'm sick and tired of hearing about your stupid antibodies. Oh, look at me. I got the antibodies. I don't need the shot. I'm a racist. Shut up. No one cares. Guess what? Oh, guess what? A massive study just came out of Israel that disproves your stupid flat earther butt. Let's take a look, shall we? So it turns out if you had the antibodies, you have 7 to 13 times the immunity than someone who has had both of the Pfizer shots. So you're safer than. Sorry. So if you had COVID, then you're safer than me. So if you're near me, then you shouldn't be near me. So you're. But I don't like. You don't think that trans lives matter? Is what I'm saying. Yeah, hi. This is just another little message to the unvaccinated, aka the devil. I am so happy they're doing these vaccine mandates here in New York City because I do not want any of you terrorists next to me while I'm eating a meal, okay? And of course, the least vaccinated by race are cis white men. What a surprise, because they're professionals at killing people. Don't believe me? Let's look at the numbers. 50% of whites are not vaccinated. Yuck. 70% of blacks, my brothers and sisters, are doing the right thing. 70% are not vaccinated. Wait a minute. 70% of blacks are not vaccinated, so they're not allowed in bars, restaurants, or movie theaters. Okay, Black Lives Matter, but just maybe 30% of them right at the. Climate change is real. What's up? I'm at a picnic with my bitches, and we're out here safe, unmasked, because we are vaccinated.
I'm not vaccinated.
You're not vaccinated?
No.
Okay. Oh, so I didn't. Or what are you?
Racist?
No, well, you obviously can't be racist if you're.
Because I'm black?
Okay, well, I didn't know you voted for Trump, so.
I did not vote for Trump.
Okay, well, you're obviously denying the Holocaust happened, and it's triggering me. I'm getting out of here. Let's go, Beyonce. Beyonce, let's go. Let's go.
Beyonce.
No, that was perfect.
Oh.
Love it.
That was perfect.
Do you guys love Tyler Fisher?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go subscribe to that shit. I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna show.
Please, yeah, he is so so funny. Oh my gosh, I just adore him. We have Amber back.
Yay! I think I figured it out. I don't know what was going on, but
Did you hear it?
What
Did you hear it though?
oh yeah.
Okay.
I can see you guys. Fine.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Everything else
Oh
was
my
great.
gosh.
Yeah, no, I saw him at in DC. He was at the rally.
Oh,
Stop
that's not
Mandates rally.
JP though. That's not JP.
No. But he was on there too.
Oh,
They
he was
had
there
him.
too.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
hilarious.
okay.
Nice.
Oh my god, is he short? Like is
He is really
cute?
short.
He's
And
really
his beard
short.
is really long. It helps.
Oh my gosh, I feel
like
like
him more now.
I want to hang out with him. He would make me feel tall. Maybe I'm only 5'3", so
Yeah.
you know.
I got you by 1 inch.
Woo! Woo! I know.
I'm 4'10".
Towering.
Are you really?
Towering
Mhm.
women.
We're all short. You know what? The short women, man, we're powerful. What are you at, Elle? Watch, she's gonna be like,
5'7". Sorry.
yeah. See, yep.
You
We're like
tower
all
over all
stacked
of
by
us.
size too. Like
You're like stackable.
I know. Hey, we're fun size. All right, we are.
I
fun
know that was
size.
always my AOL name.
Oh my
You know what I
gosh.
looked up the other day was my MySpace account.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I can't even do that because I don't have the same email.
I can't remember.
Well, you can still find your profile. You just maybe not be able to get into it.
Oh my god, we should do that and take screenshots
Let's-
Oh, hell yeah.
of our MySpaces. That's going to be our homework, everybody. We're gonna take. Let's go see. Does it still
Everybody
exist?
didn't everybody's like MySpace become like a shrine to like Dane Cook or something, like I don't know, and then it
Well,
imploded.
So I was trying to explain it to a bunch of teenagers, you know,
Oh,
and I'm like,
really?
and they were blown away. They were like, "Your playlist played when you clicked on the profile?" Like they were just floored by that.
That's some fancy fucking code.
Man, when
Yeah.
you're teaching teenagers something about electronics, that's the best ever. Like,
They were
really?
like, "No way! Why do
It
we
doesn't
have this
happen.
now?" I'm like,
It's like
"It's
a
still
dinosaur.
there."
You could change the cursor. I used to hide the music player so people would have to listen.
You have no choice. Listen to my music. I force you.
Yep.
That's so funny.
That's
oh my
absolutely
gosh.
true, Oz. What we lack in size, we make up in beard. Okay. Speaking of beard, what's up, Reefer?
Oh, is that you, Steve?
I'm
We're getting echo.
It's because it's picking me up on there too, and on the speakers of the laptop. So it's really.
Oh, whatever. So how have you been, Amber, in all this craziness of the world?
Which part?
Hmm.
Hey, my
I have a
weekend-
yoga skeleton. What do you guys think?
Nice.
Yeah.
Is he trying to
yoga?
do like tree pose? Oh, I guess he's got hands over the head.
Yeah, I don't know. He's that's what he's doing. I don't know what pose it is.
Tremendous upper body strength. I don't know. Control.
Awesome. I told myself I was going to get my ass to the gym tomorrow morning. Goal.
Yeah.
Like January goal happening February 7th.
Yep.
Hey, better
That's
late
fun.
than never, right?
Yeah. We're doing all right. Trying to figure out if I'm going to move somewhere or if we're going to stay here and fight. I don't know.
I think we all need a big intentional community. We have enough people that with enough skills that we just need a plot of land.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
let's
and
fundraise money to get a plot of land.
I'm looking at such plots of land. The problem I've found. So I've been doing this for, I don't know, I guess since the beginning of the pandemic. I mean, I kind of wanted to before too. Just to be clear, this wasn't a new idea that was like, I gotta leave. No, I want my farm.
Yes, yes.
But people aren't ready to up and move unless they're forced. I am.
Like,
I know. Like it'd take me a bit. I just have for me, it's all timing. I'm a leasee, and so I have to time that shit out perfectly. Especially, one of the states I'm looking at is Alaska, so that is expensive and a big move, and also requires me buying tropical land somewhere warm if I'm gonna haul all my shit all the way back there. So that's where I grew up. But you know what? My little town in Alaska had a freedom rally today. They had I don't know, 300. It was 150, 170 trucks and heavy equipment. Tiny little island in Alaska. So
they're doing them in Australia.
Yeah, it's catching on.
Huh, Oz? Tell us, Oz whistles.
You know what? I just found a link on that. Let me find it for you. Then I'm always like, did I put it in my phone? Did I post it? Did I share it somewhere? Is it one of my 900 tabs open?
Do you guys all have wrenches? I need to make sure you guys all have wrenches. I can't see it.
I'll be honest though, little secret story. I'm terrible at using them unless somebody's being like,
oh no, I just do it so everybody can put links in too.
I was about to say, oh yeah, I have adjustable wrenches. I have some sanders, charge on solder. I have impact driver.
Oh yeah, me too, baby.
Nice. Yeah.
My dad just returned my tile saw to me today.
Oh,
he was gonna even give me an extra one. I think one's enough. I don't.
Yeah, for
I know, right? An extra. That's great.
I don't know. Can you have too many tile saws, really?
I mean, I guess if it was a big project, but it was looking pretty rinky. I'm like, I'll take mine back. I was like, okay, I'll give this one away for free. I'm like, good call.
We got some cordless tools, like one of those kits.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty happy. Except I don't have anything to use them on yet. But I would be ready to get up and get off the grid. Just the hard thing is my son. And just because I don't have legal custody over him, my dad does, it's hard. It was hard to be in Vegas, and he lives out here. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, that is hard. I'm my kids are coming with me, whether they like it or not. They
Yeah.
may not like it.
Yeah, Skyla's
At the
18.
moment, they're going
and
like,
she's coming.
you know, because they're, you know, we've always lived in very liberal places that, you know, so they're like, but, and I'm like, yeah, but now you're trading that for tyranny. Like,
Yeah, okay, so I want to ask you guys, because, you know, being that, you know, parents and, you know, just being, you know, women in general. So Skyla, my daughter, she's 18 and she's going to college. And she tells me how her professors, who are supposed to be these educated people that are supposed to educate her, talk about they have diversity in where they get their news. Where do you guys think that they get it? They use different sources like NPR and the New York Times and the Washington Post and, you know, CNN to kind of spice it up so they kind of get some diversity in their news and their information. What the fuck? How are you supposed to learn from somebody and you know, knowing what you know? How are you supposed to get a proper education or even be able to take somebody serious in that way? Like, that's a real, you know, it's a real issue.
I think it's the original like fruit punch Kool-Aid is what I'm thinking. It's not the electric blue, and so, you know, they just can't handle that kind of switch. When you try to tell people that NPR is not good source of news and that it's not what it used to be, they're just like, what? No, of course it is. It's on the
They played the
radio.
long game.
And this is who's teaching the children.
NPR played the long game with this whole, like, you know, everybody from my age group, you know, basically to be, you know, from 70 years down, you know what I mean? They've been listening to this same thing, thinking it was like this truthful lefty thing that they could grab onto in a Democratic Party that means something, and all of that fucking horseshit. And now, like, I talk to grown-ups, you know, these people are grown adults, like, that cannot fucking see actual data about, you know, the pandemic or anything or any of it. Can't see through any of it. Just happy to stay in their little fear porn bubble forever. Please just echo what I say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous, though. I mean, like, how are you supposed to, you know, like, how are you supposed to get an education and not feel like giving up?
No, that's what I wanted to ask Amber, like, how is it, without going like into too much detail, but for being a mom and seeing the shit that's going on with schools and stuff, like, as closely as you are with it?
Oh, it's tough. I mean, I just kind of like, I kind of think of like their education right now as maybe, you know, time with their friends. You know, they do get put through the paces at some things at higher levels, but for the rest of it, I just, you know, it's kind of the babysitter while I'm at work, and then real school and real life and real education happens at home, you know. So I, you know, I never expected schools to just teach, but it's harder, I think, when you get to the higher ed. Then, you know, either you start pushing back or you get pushed back on. You know, I was the kind of student that was always pushing. You know,
I just left school. Like, I couldn't do it. Like, I'm just like, I knew that the people that were there, they weren't being authentic, and it was just all bullshit. And I didn't exactly know what was bullshit at the time, but I knew it was bullshit. You know, so it's like, even if you don't have kids, though, I mean, like, the education system, say you're going to college and you learn that your professor is completely, you know what I mean, like, what do you, at what
just
point,
challenge
like,
them
yeah,
constantly.
I
Drive
did.
them fucking nuts.
Yeah, I
said.
I know Amber has seen it. I have pictures on my phone from my biology professor, Biology 101, like 2 weeks ago, about how I said it, I think, in another stream, but how we need to be the people that explain why mRNA vaccines are good. And we literally had to learn about the technology behind the past vaccines and stuff.
Mhm.
And then it was like a new section that was like, oh, this is actually a new kind of technology, but this is fine too. And then just I think the other thing was the professor asked us like a psychology question that was in a test to see if you would choose the one that was like, oh, well, the right answer was your friend that thinks they know about what's going on with COVID, but doesn't really know what's going on because they're not a doctor or some shit like that. And yeah, I just put it in my message to her, like, it's kind of biased, like, and that's not true what you're linking to, but
Well, and the sad part is it's like they don't even know. In fact, let me find this article. I just read an article today that was really well done.
Yeah, like I want to ask Glory about this too. You know what I mean? Because she's in, you know, she doesn't have kids, but she's in school currently. And it's like, you know, like when your grade is so dependent on whether or not they're gonna, you know, like whether they're gonna take you serious or if they want to just be an asshole, they can do that and they can completely fuck with you. And it's
Yeah.
like they have all the power and you can't, like, what are you gonna do? Fight your grade? And I mean, like, I remember when she was in school, I mean, and she's in her senior year of high school, so she doesn't, like, she feels like she doesn't have as much power to, like, you know, to really stand up to college professors. And, you know, that's, you want to be able to graduate school on time, you know, but at the same time, it's like, they put you in such a hard place. And like, who writes the children's school books? You know what I mean? Like, where does all this information come from?
the WEF writes them.
companies in Texas.
Yeah. Companies in Texas carefully go through all the information and omit all the key details and things that will make, you know, a speculative mind question. That's how it goes.
It's ridiculous, though. It's
The whole
like
thing, that's a totally valid point what you're saying though about like how can you expect me to take you seriously when you're saying you like diversity in your fucking, you know, your news, and you name the, you know, the 5 news companies of the fucking you know, of the MSN, and that's it, no more. Like no, that makes me like immediately fucking triggered. Like I don't, like I can't be in your class, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You and me are not going to see eye to eye.
Well, and I always kind of approached it with the point of, if you brought research and did the work, even if they don't agree with you, they'd respect you for doing the work.
Exactly.
Yeah, I could appreciate that.
I don't
But
know.
when the coursework is like a psychology type thing too, it's like it's even more comes into play. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, going to college out in Vegas, I did my sociology class
Mhm.
out there. We did an assignment on healthcare and like healthcare for everyone. And there were facts that were in there from the professor where it was like, oh, obviously, why wouldn't we have healthcare for everyone? And then we had to do a presentation about it. I was the only person who advocated for it. Everybody, I was so shocked. Everybody went up there and it was like nothing. They were like, no, I don't believe people should be able to get something for free that I've worked for. You know, all the big pharma talking points. I won't be able to keep my doctor and I'm going to wait for years. And I was the only one that came at it like in an empathetic way. And I was shocked.
Yeah.
And the teacher was just like, nothing.
Nothing. Crickets.
it's hard. I mean, Elle, what do you think? Like, because like I know like everything that I was taught growing up, or I was really, really resistant to organized school. Like I just really wasn't good with any of that. I moved every couple of years, and you know, on top of having it rough, like, you know, growing up, it just I was a military brat. It was like, constant change. But I feel like everything I learned in school, I'm like, this is all fucking bullshit. Like, and I knew it then, but I didn't know why I knew it was bullshit. So, like, what do you think, Al? How do you feel about the education that you had growing up compared to what you know now?
Well, yeah, I always ask questions in class. Like when we did like civics or whatever, I would be the annoying one. Like, but why do they believe? Like, for example, like why are the Democrats? Well, this is getting into it, but like pro-choice or whatever, like they're okay with the abortion, but they also support the abolishing the death penalty. And then the other side would be like Republicans like the death penalty, but they don't like abortion. I never could understand, just like with religion, we're getting into big topics, but like religion, I would go to church and I'd be like, but why is this happening? And like, how logically did this happen? And can you explain it to me in terms that I might understand? Because I'm not understanding it right now. How, like the Trinity, for example, I don't want to get into it too much, but like, I was like, huh? Like, please just explain it a little further so I can understand. And nobody could really give me the answers that I craved in school. And then the questions of like why we do certain projects and stuff in school. But I did enjoy art. Art was really fun.
Yes!
I got a lot out of art. I was gonna be at one point as a child, I've thought about being a fashion designer. That's out of nowhere, I know. But like I even wrote like a movie about a fashion designer before The Devil Wears Prada came out. I was writing like a movie about somebody going to New York and becoming a fashion designer and had just fish out of water kind of story, like someone from the South, because I'm from the South. So I
oh my gosh, we should so make it a movie though. We should show it like just a fun, like no matter how cheesy it was, we should totally make it a movie.
It was called Hampton Designs after the place that I lived in Georgia.
We'll do a play. How about a play?
Yeah, I love plays. I always loved TV. This is stupid. This is me as a child. I'm sure it's a lot of children, it's fine. But you would look at the TV and you'd be like, how did they get in there?
Dude, oh my God. I used to ask my mom if I could change in front of the TV because I felt like they could see me. And I'm like, now as an adult, I'm like, I was seeing the future. I knew it was coming.
I just did not understand the dynamics and like production and everything. But that's what school did for me. I'll give you that. Like in school, we did like fake commercials and stuff, which was fun in like it was like middle school or some shit in Georgia. But like later on, we do some acting and like intro to theater and stuff. Like there would be good arts programs for Georgia, like pretty decent, arts programs when I was a child and growing up. But it got to the point where it's like I go to college and then it's just like very overwhelming. Like I wasn't really overwhelmed in high school very much. And I would get my homework done during lunch because that's who I was. So I'd have fun when I got home and watch some TV and stuff. And so,
you had priorities.
Yeah, college was crazy. I hated mathematics or arithmetic. And what happened there is they made me like place into something like remedial math, basically. But they made me place into it. But they said at one point they were going to I'm still not over this. They were going to let us use a calculator at one point during the test. And they never let us use it. And it was like a little icon on the computer, and they never let us use it. And I was like, what the fuck? I can't do trigonometry by my fucking self. Why? So I failed. And I ended up at like 101 or some shit. And then went all the way to algebra 2 or some shit. I don't even remember. But like, it was a lot. And then other than that, I didn't do PE in high school. So that was a plus. I had no PE in high school because I had it in a behavioral school. That's a fun fact that I went to called Flint River.
I was referred to one. Just never went.
It was because I had ADHD and I'd never ever identified it. Now it's funny how the thing that I was like, nah, I don't have, is like something that people put on their like profiles and shit. Like I have ADHD on TikTok or whatever, and they talk about it like it's like such a badge of honor or whatever. Like I'm like, I never
It's just
really
normal life for me. Like that's just who I am. I've always dealt with it and figured it out, and it's just how I am. Like it's not like
it's
a
just
label.
funny how they want to be special. They want to like have a thing, like everybody's got a thing that they identify as, and it can even be a disorder that
Come on, everybody gets a trophy. Come on,
everyone gets a trophy.
Participation
On
trophy.
Big Pharma assigned us all something, guys. We are special in some way in their eyes.
Right.
Well, I became allergic to penicillin as a child, so I don't know what happened there, but that's my big allergy. If anyone
Probably
wants to know.
when you got the vaccine, like as a child, whatever one it is that you got, there was some kind of penicillin exposure to it. And if there's any cross contamination of anything, that's why the peanut allergies happen and everything else is because you'll see large groups of people is because whatever they have exposure to with whatever it is that they're having your body react to, like if it's an aluminum or whatever, then if that has any exposure to it, I know I better be careful. If that has any exposure to that, then it automatically makes your body attack that same thing. Allegedly.
I'm just glad it wasn't peanuts because I love peanut stuff.
Me too.
And I can't live without peanuts. So
we're too old for those. You had to have been. There's a certain period of time frame when the peanut allergy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Has to do with proteins. Has to do with manufacturing.
We will do that when
do
we
your
are
own
research.
I saw a really good documentary about it too.
Yeah.
That article.
Mm-hmm.
Amber, did you find that?
Well, yes, and I threw it in their chat.
You have to put it in, I think, again because
do I have to do it again?
You didn't have a wrench when you did it, and it won't let you put any. That's why I give you guys wrenches so you guys can drop links in.
Part of that is because I have like 5 million different accounts.
Oh, so quickly on a side note, you'll like this. I had to repeat first grade because I would not color the way that the nuns, the Catholic school, wanted me that I was not Catholic. I don't know why I went to a Catholic school, but I had to repeat first grade because they failed me because I would not color the way that they wanted me to in art class. And now I'm an artist. Well, goddamn, I'm glad I didn't listen.
That's a badge of honor right there. Like being, kicked out of something or taken out of something because you weren't doing it the right way. That means you were doing it the right way. Your way.
That was my whole life.
Always the right
way.
That is my whole life, man. I was military brat. My stepdad was military, and they tried to get me to conform my whole life. And even at 7, when he wanted to adopt me and wanted me to take his last name, I said no. I want to keep my last name so that my dad could find me. At 7 years old, I was saying this when I wasn't even allowed to speak about my dad. Okay, and I held on to that and was like, no, I want that. That's mine. That's the thing. You're not taking that from me. And I'm glad they gave me a choice. I'm sure that they regret that. They regretted that after. But yeah, that's how I've always been. I've been my own little rebel since I was born.
The one good thing about school was being exposed to different cultures from different people. That was really fun. The children, the other kids and stuff, and learning about their family background and where they grew up and how they grew up. So it got you exposed to the real world a little bit, but not in terms of actual ideas and philosophy and all of that. You got to learn that all yourself, apparently.
And you have to learn all of the soft skills. You have to learn your own mental health, how you navigate through. I like to say drama and trauma.
Yeah.
Yes,
right?
for sure.
Especially being the mom of teenagers, of girls too, which I was the oldest of brothers. I was the only girl. I was the oldest.
I was the youngest.
In charge.
I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest. Yeah.
I'm the oldest.
Yeah.
I'm the only girl and I'm the youngest.
What are you, Hunter?
I'm the oldest.
Me too.
And then Skyla, she's the only child. Well, like, and she's always grown up as an only child. So, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I was the oldest. I had a younger brother and sister, and then my dad out in Washington. I was on the East Coast, and my dad's out in Washington, and he has 2 daughters that are like almost the same age as the brother and sister that I did, a half brother and sister I grew up with. So it's so weird. Like everybody's like the same ages, and I'm the oldest.
Oh yeah.
I'm like the oldest out of both sides.
Do you have brothers or sisters, Elle?
Oh, just brothers, 2 brothers.
I have 3 sisters and a brother.
Although I'm the second girl in the family. Well, on my dad's side, because he had a girl in 1978, and then she died unfortunately before she was a year old.
Oh.
Her name was Karen, and so whenever I hear the name Karen, I kind of think about her. Out of nowhere, and it's like, I wish that name didn't like catch on so much, but it would have been nice to know. Well, it's funny to think about, like, would I exist without her if she had lived on? Like, it's weird to think about that, like, from time to time. And then he kind of treated me like he treated her, so I was kind of like a replacement child, which was very traumatizing. And also got a lot of ire from the boys because they were like, you're treating her differently than us. So it was just very unfair. And I was like the baby and the one who was treated like a queen. And it
big
was just
shoes,
really sad.
like really big shoes to fill. You know what I mean? You're filling yours, and then you're
literal
like filling the memory of somebody too. That you can't ever live up to somebody that you don't even. Like that's definitely a weird position to be in, for sure.
Definitely.
What about you, Amber? You have siblings?
Yeah, I was the oldest. I had all brothers.
Sorry, Elle, you're outnumbered in that one.
Survived me.
No, it's fine.
Some of them may still be trying. I don't know. I moved out at 15. I was doing my own thing.
16. Yep.
I was working on fishing boats in the summer I was always out with my dad when I was really little, but all of us would go. And then by the time I was like 3rd grade, I was fishing every summer. And then, then I started like just working. I pretty much was just working. I started babysitting, and I made good money. I was young. Yeah. It was, and then by 14, I was working in the canneries, next to unsavory characters.
We got some badass bitches in here tonight.
Yeah. And then I left high school early. I went to college first in my class. It was just like I was always just like not conforming, doing my own thing, challenging the system, whether it was school or the police or whatever system. I was like not having it.
My first protest was when I was 16 against the cops in my freaking area because they would freaking drive us nuts. Like, we were a bunch of teenagers, but like, we just wanted to smoke some pot and drink some beer, and like we didn't get into trouble like doing awful things. Like, just leave us alone. We were like the little Grateful Dead, like loving hippie crew, and so yeah, my first protest was protesting against the cops.
Nice.
Yeah, they
Nice.
did.
Yeah, I remember I got really mad when I was in preschool.
We all started young.
Because I was in this weird preschool and they wanted me to eat hard-boiled eggs. And I was like, I'm not eating the yolk. And they even pulled me into the director's office, and I'm not doing it. I'm not killing the baby chicken. Can't make me.
That's awesome.
I was probably like 2 or 3.
Oh my God. See?
I was tiny. And then I remember in 4th grade, I got really pissed off at my teacher. Or no, 5th grade. Our teacher was like, everybody find a spider in your house and bring it to class.
Oh.
What?
I'm like, okay. What he didn't tell us was then we were killing the spiders and looking at them in Mexico.
No.
And I got pissed. And I was like, Absolutely not. I let the spider go in the classroom. I started making like protest signs and then like stretching out in the hallway. And I'm sitting there with my little
Wait.
This has the potential to be like the funniest animation ever.
I know, right? Can you imagine this as little cartoons, like all of us in our little school, like, you know?
Oh yeah.
The
And I was
animator.
like the total little 80s kid, you know, and like I'm in Southeast Alaska. We're 10 years behind on fashion, music, everything. Like we'd go to Seattle and we'd record radio stations so we'd have new music to play.
And you guys were behind the East Coast, right? The West Coast was always behind the East Coast. So like you were like really like 3 years.
Yeah, you know, it was like, you know, and this is, you know, before the internet, before anything, we had no way to get new anything. It was pretty wild, you know, and again, kind of going back to like why like everybody listened to the local radio station and the NPR news feed because that's all there was. There was one TV station, one radio station, unless, you know, only rich kids had cable, which was like still $150 a month or something.
Right.
Which was
It's
nuts.
like the same price. Like it just never is.
I remember when,
Right. I don't know how much is cable now.
Yeah, it hasn't really ever gone down.
I don't know. I haven't had it in 10 years.
I remember being a little guy and being like, probably 10 or 11, and we had a thing called Preview, which was like a HBO kind of thing for like 12 hours or something. It was like $30 a month or something back then. It was ridiculous.
You know, I always had. We were always like trying to splice cable lines, no matter where.
You remember
we're like the card
allegedly
in the
when they had that book or like the box, and you know,
yeah.
Ooh,
you remember when they had the free
box,
preview?
you were stoked. They didn't wipe it.
The what preview?
The free preview of the HBO like home box office. Like they would have it for like a couple of days or something on the weekend, and you're like, shit, here we go. We're gonna watch all these movies,
and it would
then
suck. You'd have to like binge. You'd have to like binge watch them. That was the original Netflix binging. Bitches.
Exactly. Home box office.
Oh my god, yeah. Holy shit, I forgot about that.
I remember the
that
cable
was some
boxes.
real poor shit. Poor
cable boxes with the rotary dial, and you could just, if you slid
Yeah.
a part in there just right, you could get the fucking HBO and the Showtime for free or whatever.
Yep.
Or a scrambled
Absolutely.
version.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and the rabbit ears and, you know, oh my gosh. I know. And it's funny how it's all come back to being, I mean, I don't know how much cable is now. I haven't had it in like 10 years, but it's like, I'm pretty sure that it's probably about the same price. People are using rabbit ears again, or they just don't have it anymore. But yeah, it's like, it's funny how all that time has gone by, but the price hasn't really like dropped.
But
Nope.
the
Ever.
thing about television is just like,
And you can't get a home phone anymore.
right. You can't get a
I
landline.
know. Oh my gosh.
I
Yeah.
have one.
That's very
You have one?
I have a cordless phone, but like it's not hooked up at all. It's just like in case everything goes to shit and I have to get a landline again.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I remember my mom saying, like, no, you can't make a phone call because we pay like 5 or 10 cents it was just to make the call. I remember like it was one of the phone plans that they had when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
And I remember like it was like the 90s, and I was like, what?
90s, if
Remember
you're-
when texts were like 5 cents each or some shit?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
They
That's
monetized
crazy.
the shit out of that, like quick.
I know cell phones are like that's the one thing that they have gotten was cheaper, because I remember when I first had one, it was 99, 2000, somewhere in there. And I know that I had that phone during like that time period in like 9/11 and everything, because I flew, and I remember being on my cell phone trying to call back to the East Coast because I was in Washington when it happened, and I was visiting, and I remember like trying to call, but no one on the East Coast had any cell phone service. It was really weird.
Yeah, I was. Well, and I had a beeper for a long time too, but I think that
Yes,
was like,
Oz was talking about that last night. I had a
Yeah.
pager. I had a little
Everyone
mini
did.
one.
I had a cell phone with an antenna.
Yes.
my mother did, yeah.
My mom had a car phone, like I remember, like a
Oh.
cell phone, and I remember
roll.
feeling like, oh, I'm gonna call like one of my, even though this is gonna cost like $20 to my mom, I'm gonna make a phone call because I'm gonna be really cool with the car phone.
I bought a lease and a pager with an 800 number in 1994 that ran out in 2000. So like all that time I had the same pager number for everybody to be able to call me. And it was cool because I had like a couple of codes you could put in that actually said like sentences and shit. It was weird.
Yeah, remember like there was all
Those
those
times are strange
codes
to think
like
about.
you could send boobs, and that was like the funniest thing ever that you could send that and like freaking on the pager, you'd be like boobs,
Calculator boob.
or it'd be like 69, like oh my god, we were so childish.
Yeah.
I would
All the
probably
little
still do
secret
that now
codes.
though, if I could, like if we had them still. I think I would probably still do some of that.
Did you guys ever use the party lines?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Way back in the day. And I remember one of my best friends got her dad was so sick of her tying up the phone, like the house phone, for hours. He got her own phone number.
Oh my god,
That
my
was
friends that
just
had that, I was so jealous.
big
Like,
trouble.
oh, because I was not allowed to talk on the phone past a certain time. It was so stupid. I'm like, what the hell do you care if I'm on the phone? Like, I never got it. But I mean, that's why I just didn't follow those rules. I mean, I was like, fuck you. This is stupid. Yeah, military stepdad that did not go well with me. We were like oil and water and what? Butane? Yeah, we to this day we still like, you know, we don't say much to each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happens.
I get along okay.
I tried to hug him.
leaving because I knew things would get bad if I stayed.
Yeah, I left at 16. I got on a plane at 16 and flew across the country by myself to go meet my dad for the first time and live with him.
Wow.
That is a whole different like fucking thing. But yeah.
I went to live with my father at 19, so that was fucking awful. One of the worst experiences of my life was living with him for 5 years. When I thought he was going to be like better than the mother, which was actually decent, the situation with her, but it wasn't her that I was running away from. It was like my brother, abusive shit, but like not getting into it. But then I go into an emotionally, abusive situation with my father, who actually was the one who perpetrated the abuse in the first place. So, I hurt myself twice in that regard, but it got me to really like want to leave, like to go to California was like the dream. And eventually I was going to achieve it no matter what, even if I only had like a couple of thousand, not even that much money, like $1,600 or something from working for 5 years, for a movie theater. I was going to use that money and, sell some other shit and then go to California and make it work. And it's kind of amazing that I still live in California after all this time. And the only reason I would want to go is because of the vaccine, the apocalypse stuff. Let's just say the apocalypse stuff is just not making it fun. But, that's the only way I would leave is after the apocalypse. So it's pretty crazy.
What part of
And
Cali
I'm the
are
only
you
one
in?
who's like left too.
Oh yeah, you guys, Hunter, you and Al are both in Cali right now, right?
Yeah, close to each other. She's in Hollywood.
Right on.
Yeah.
I know we're all the way out here in the in Connecticut. When we're gonna get back out there, we're gonna get we're gonna get a bus or an RV or something. We are.
How are things in Connecticut? I mean, it sounds a lot better than it is here.
Well, it's kind of as far as like, people just being over the whole fucking scamdemic thing. Everybody, not
It's
everybody
a
wears
mixed-
fucking masks and shit. You can just walk in the grocery store and people don't sweat you. And I don't know. I don't know.
I
how
don't
that
pay
compares
attention to like
other
really
places,
what's
but
happening with that local shit.
Kind of the
like,
same shit here. You
Yeah.
know, I'm sure. I don't know. California rules are different, and Connecticut's a little more fucking laid back, which is bizarre. I don't know how that could be, but
yeah, it's really weird.
but they're
Like
not,
we're in a
though, because
weird.
They
we're in
have mandates just like fucking every other state when you know, for schools and
we're in an in between though.
shit like that.
It's like we're in a really weird in between place. I don't know.
How
If you
is
want-
how do you think Vermont is? I have family up in Vermont, so I've looked a little in that region, but I'm also like, I don't
It's
know.
really expensive. Oh, if you're thinking about moving here, then don't.
I wouldn't move to Connecticut. I
Don't.
I
Like,
have
that's
in-laws somewhere in Connecticut.
Okay, I'm gonna show you Connecticut. Okay,
It's small,
and some of you guys might have seen this already, but you're gonna want to see it again because it's hilarious.
It says a lot about.
And this is Alex Trainer. He lives in Connecticut, and he's a good reviewer of the state of Connecticut. So I'll let you guys see this.
You get the image in your head of a guy named Brad that looks like this, but he's mostly contained to one small part of Connecticut. Here's an explanation. Geographically, Connecticut is a rectangle with a rectangle penis, and all the money flows to the tip. So when you think of Brad, you're thinking of Connecticut's penis. But I don't think a whole state should be defined by the things it does when it's horny. We need a new identity. But what can you do when your home state has an erection that's lasted for almost 400 years? How can we rub this one out and wipe off our desire to fuck America? Is there a way to finally come together? I think there is.
I love him
I think
so
all we
much.
need is a central figure to rally behind, an icon who can speak up and inspire the whole state, an idol for us to worship. I think Connecticut needs a Bruce Springsteen. Think about it. New Jersey's New Jersey, and those people love themselves, all because one man was delusional enough to like the awful place he's from. That delusion motivated millions to go completely insane and embrace the shithole they call home. Bruce dared to encourage those people to become so obnoxious it hurts. So in that spirit, I would like to announce that Connecticut fucking sucks, and therefore is the best state in America. Our abandoned mills are older and closer to the highway than any mill in New Jersey. Our beaches aren't just trashy, they're full of trash because the water just sits there. Long Island Sound, baby. This water is as stagnant as our economy. You want to earn $1? Get ready to get your hands dirty and work in insurance. There's no one dateable in this entire state, so the only clam you're getting is on the pizza. Now I'll admit, it takes some balls for Jersey to call itself the Garden State when it all looks like this, but it takes real nutmegs to nickname yourself the Nutmeg State, especially when you don't grow nutmegs here, and the only thing you ever did with them was counterfeit them in the 1700s. And now people just get to drive by and call you a nutmegger, which is insane considering the perfect term for someone from Connecticut is clearly Connecticutan. And don't get me started on how our license plates say Constitution State. It only takes one U.S. history class to know that's a stretch. Bitch, we're loco enough to forget what state Philadelphia's in. We're so sick in the head, our governor's named Ned. We took the Native American word for land on the Long Tidal River and changed the meaning to land on the do not touch that river, there are too many chemicals in it. We will cut you. Our state motto is, I'm trying to move soon. London, we got New London. Portland, we got a Portland. It's not weird at all. And Brooklyn, Connecticut? Well, it's not that hard to forget about it. Come to our capital city, because Hartford has it. And by it, we mean the security guard who yelled at me because I stood on the grass near the Etna sign. Hartford not lame enough for you? Come to New Hartford. In Connecticut, new means worse. And water means a chemical imbalance. Uh-oh, looks like Waterbury stopped taking its antidepressants decades ago. How's Danbury doing? No idea. Wouldn't even go there for this video. Yikes. Yukon's drunk and in a town called Stores, so get ready for a lot of who's on first-esque confusion there. Haven't had enough? Go to the winner of Connecticut's What's the Worst Name You Can Come Up With contest. Bark Hampstead. We're the Midwest of the Northeast and the deep south of New England. We've got the racial divisions of Alabama with the personality of Iowa. Just come to Bridgeport, get shot, then cross the street and go bowling at a fishing store. We're a land of true nuance, a unique blend of past and present. Go check out Mark Twain's old house, then cross the street and buy heroin. We don't do eat, pray, love here. Just live, work, invest. We're the crime scene of states. There's nothing to see here, except this bridge with frogs on it and the beautiful March foliage. The abandoned cars are in full bloom. Our public art would be pretty cool if this wasn't the logo for Travelers Insurance. Somehow still a fan of the 1988 Julia Roberts movie Mystic Pizza? Come see where they shot the exteriors. Want to get lime disease? Come to where it all started. Want some thrills? Get trashed and jump off this cliff. Hit your rock bottom by eating our local delicacy, the steamed cheeseburger. Want to steam your own beef? Buy some at a supermarket that has animatronics. And then go do the only good thing in the entire state. Attend a taping of Maury.
Tries to come over, but he doesn't want to see her. He wants to come sleep with me.
The population of Connecticut fluctuates wildly, considering at any given point up to 50% of the people in the state are just driving through without even stopping. I'll let you in on a secret. Our cities aren't big enough to actually have traffic. That's just us trying to trap you. We purposely designed our roads in the hopes you would just give up driving and buy a house. We used to be much better at it, considering we once trapped a whole NHL team. They played in this arena, and in 1978, the real Bruce Springsteen was gonna play here. But then, the roof collapsed. We tried to trap Bruce! But that's not how you get a Bruce, Connecticut. You gotta grow it yourself. Put a little toxic water in it, let it simmer in resentment for around 18 years. Then it's gonna leave. Don't worry. Just trust that you broke it fundamentally. It's gonna come back. That time away is gonna really bring out the complexity of its feelings towards you. Keep in mind, this is a Bruce and not a Bon Jovi. It's not gonna be light and airy. Gonna be a little bitter. That's what you want. When it seems defeated enough, to test if it's ready, you can ask it, do you like it here? And when it responds with, it's okay, that's when you know it's the voice of Connecticut. Sometimes the Bruce Springsteen you want isn't the one you get. Sometimes your Bruce Springsteen is me. I wish I was better too. But the fact that I'm disappointing is what makes me the perfect Connecticut mascot. We're the void between Boston and New York. And who better embodies that spirit than some guy you've never heard of? I represent all of the people who have ever said, I don't want to be here, I'm unhappy, and I'm trying to move soon. Which is all of the people. Look, I don't even really like this place, but I love it anyway, because I'm from here. I'm a Connecticutan through and through, and this rectangle will always be home to me. It might be a dump, but it's my dump. And if anyone gets to take a dump on it, it's me, because I'm the boss now, and I'm as Connecticut as it fucking gets, baby. You might just think of us as the state with the highest per capita income, but all that income gets funneled to our tiny rectangle penis. The rest of the state is like any other place, because all places are the same now because of rampant capitalism. Okay, maybe we need to start liking this state. It's not that bad. We're not all named Brad, and we can't change where we're from. So let's just accept that we're from Connecticut.
Oh my gosh. I had no idea.
That beautiful travelogue.
That's Connecticut, guys. That is Alex Trainer. Everybody, most of you guys probably already know him if you come in here on a regular basis. He is hilarious every time I see that. Every single time. He is great. He lives in Connecticut. He came on one of Steve's streams before and hung out with us for a few hours, and we just like, oh my god, it was hilarious. It was completely improv. But you guys should all go give him some love.
He's a good dude.
He's really depressed.
He's a super depressed dude.
And
but
he
he's
has
so
really,
fucking
really
funny.
awesome videos about how depressed he is and how real it is. And
I think that whole video right there is like Amber was like asking how is it in Connecticut, and like I think that answers a lot of questions.
Yeah. My only question now is, do you guys live in the penis?
No,
No, we're not in the rich part. No.
we are not in the penis. We are far. We are actually where the frog bridge was, where he showed that.
Yeah,
Like we're closer to that.
Oh, you guys
That-
got to do a frog bridge photo for us. So
Oh my gosh, yeah, we'll have to
Yeah.
go
That's
to
a pretty
Willoughby.
cool. I mean, I'm down
Frog
with
bridge
that. Was
is
the
dope.
coolest thing in the video, I think, was
Mhm.
And it really is this huge because we used to do all all the mills and everything along the rivers. It was all like threads and oh my gosh, what am I thinking of? All the tapestries and all the fabric and all of that.
Textile mill.
Yeah.
Textile, yeah. I've actually found like little tiny little glass buttons and stuff in the river when I've been cleaning it up too. Because
Cool.
like where I clean up and it's right where there used to be mills and stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. The water there is actually clear where I go clean up. I do not go in black water.
That's
yeah,
that's my fear of moving east. Is like the farther east you go, the more toxic it gets.
Mhm.
The wind blows that way, like shit hits the fan. You're not looking, so it's like
Yeah.
I look at it this way: we live in a place like Groton is like 25 minutes away. If they fucking toast fucking electric
Yeah, that's
boat,
a sub base.
we're gone. So
we have-
whatever. It's
we're-
all good.
Actually,
We're
a
in the
lot of people from
tri-state,
here
right?
go to Connecticut to work at that sub base because the other sub base is right across from me.
Right.
Yeah, seriously.
Dang.
Yeah. Like, so we have the sub base there in Groton, and they call it the Groton New London, which it's
Yeah.
really a Groton one. But then we have electric boat down there. We have Pfizer. We have all the different insurance things. Like, it is disgusting. I absolutely. And then we have a Coast Guard Academy that's right by us too. I mean, like we have all these high target places.
All the big players.
all right
there,
here.
the
We're only like,
Raytheons and the-
yeah.
Isn't
we have
Connecticut where they tried to hide the hunt for Red October? And they try and like get it in here.
Dude, I just saw an article the other day that we were the biggest like gun manufacturer in our town. Like Connecticut, the state, but like in our town alone, there was like, how many did it say? I have the article over there somewhere. It's like 100 and like we don't have that big of a town. Okay,
Yeah,
we are
gun
not in a
manufacturing
big
is very
area.
popular.
Did you
especially
wonder
in
where
Great
they're
Britain,
making these weapons?
I
Smith and
know.
Wesson and stuff, and a bunch of different companies. Remington.
Yeah, we have a bunch of them here. I didn't,
Are the laws lax? Is it tax break?
I think they're just all grandfathered companies or whatever from the old days. You know what I mean? So I think that's why they.
No,
can
here you
operate.
have to what? You have to go
because
through
there
a safety course.
like literally arms makers, Raytheon, and all these other fucking aerospace companies, and all sorts of shit.
Delaware is where the most of the tax breaks are, right? That's the big.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Biden
Delaware is like so pointless. Like you drive through it, right? If you're trying, if we're going down to DC, you go through Delaware for like a bleep, and you still have to pay like an $11 freaking tax
They
or
just know
whatever
how
to
to-
go across their
they know how to
bridge, the Delaware
capitalize
Bridge.
and pay for their
It's
fucking
so
Toll
stupid.
tax?
Wow.
Oh, I hate it. Yeah,
the
like
East
a
Coast could be,
freaking
like,
toll to go across this
expensive
bridge.
to drive across if you do it wrong.
Yeah,
You know,
you have to
you could pay a
plan,
bunch.
and like when you're going through Jersey, Jersey's huge. Jersey will take you is it like 6 hours? It's like half of our journey is going through Jersey.
Wow.
It's crazy. Yeah,
I've
mind the
not
drive,
had
but-
any East Coast road trips, but I would like to. I gotta get my van needs some work, and then I can.
Yeah, that's what we gotta do. We gotta get our van, like just like doing that like once over thing. It's a 91.
Speaking of
The-
electric boat.
things go and things go. We have a lot of original stuff on there.
Yeah, I have a 94 Delica, which is right-hand drive.
Oh wow!
Franklin will always be sitting and like with his laptops while we're driving.
Oh
People are like, "Are you
gosh.
ever chasers?"
That is so funny.
Shit all over him.
That's fucking great.
I know. I was looking.
People are like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, it's really, you can't go to like a drive-through anything by yourself. You're like, hold on. Let me
That is so
unbuckle,
great.
hop up
That
into
is
the other
so
seat.
great.
That's
You're
cool.
like, I protest fast food places in more than one way.
Don't tell me what side of the fucking car my steering wheel should be on.
Yeah,
Oh my
you
god,
can see us coming.
that's great. I know the van is she's a 91 Dodge Ram van. She's B250, so she's got a nice V8 in her, really super strong. Like you start her up and you just started up a classic. You're like, oh yeah. Yeah.
That big bird.
That vroom. Yeah. You know it.
Mine's a diesel, so one
Oh,
of the
nice.
things I need worked on is a rebuilt diesel fuel injection, which has to come from Canada.
Yeah.
Oh
Good time.
man.
Because they have
man.
better import laws, so they have to be 20 years old before you can bring them to the US. But in Canada, they've had them for a while, so
Wow.
yeah. But not super fun. But it's fun to drive, and we had fun on our West Coast road trip we did. That was a blast.
Oh yeah, I remember
Oh.
seeing pictures.
Yeah, the kids really liked it. They weren't super excited about it at the beginning, and then
Like, yeah,
now they're like,
You have no
man, I
choice."
wish we were on the road again. You know, they had fun in LA, hanging with the convo and
Nice.
doing the
Yeah.
protests, and hit a friend's wedding in Vegas. That was bad planning though. We were in Vegas at that was our last stop, and so money was tight, and it was like, don't touch that bottle of water. It's $9. You know, they're like, what the fuck?
No shopping.
You cannot open the mini bar.
Don't even break it. There's a seal. There's a hair in
Yeah.
there. I know they put a hair, so they know if we
Do not
opened
open
it.
that refrigerator.
Well, and my little one was so like she's obnoxiously crazy about like lotto and scratch machines. Like when she was little, she used to go up in front of the
Start 'em young.
scratch machine and be like, "Show me the money," like yell at it. So we've always told her like, you're not allowed to go to Vegas. Like, no fucking
I know,
way. Like,
right?
you give her $1 at the Mexican restaurant and she's out there like, I'm gonna win something, you know. Just spend it in 10 seconds. Like I'm just like, oh, this is not good. So
Oh my
we're
gosh.
in
Looks like-
Vegas and we're driving, from Cali, and you start seeing little things and you're like, she's like, is that it? Oh, I think, the first casino, she's like, we're here. And I'm like, no, not yet,
Oh my
Anyway,
god.
she gets so excited. We get to the room, we get our stuff up, and we roll up covered in dust in this crazy ass van. And we've been on a road trip for 2 weeks. And the porter's like, and I'm like, oh no, none of this is coming. One sec. We had specifically packed suitcases for Vegas. Everything else was like crazy ass camping gear, hammocks, and coolers everywhere. He's going, am I unloading this? I'm like, no, just let me grab this for you. So we we get everything up to the room and we walk around, find out the pool just closed. Like we missed the pool by like 20 minutes. So
Oh no.
sad about that. And then we're like, okay, well, we'll go take you to drive to Fremont Street. You can go check it out. So she's so excited. She falls asleep on the way there.
Oh yeah.
So we took a picture of her in the car, and we've been doing this since she was born. Like she would just fall asleep on the craziest things, and all in the car. Here's Freya at this. So it was like so excited to get to Vegas, and then she's out. Didn't make it.
Yes.
Back to sleeping in the car. But yeah, it was it was fun. It was fun I just knew after being locked down for that long, we gotta get out of here. We gotta go check some shit out. So
Hell yeah.
and we were looking at properties and
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You see what Pete Stuff said? You back up through the drive-thru.
The ATMs are the worst too, and I'm so fucking short. I have to I have to get out of the driver's seat, get in the other side of the car, then I gotta roll it down, and then I gotta like fucking hang my body out the window to like press the buttons. Not good.
Okay, somebody needs to videotape that.
That needs to be-
Do any of the kids in the background hear this? Paging Amber's children. Please get a video of your mom doing this. We'll
Yeah.
pay you.
It's bad. So we're planning another trip and for spring break this year. And so I started asking him questions. This happened just last night. It was so fucking funny. So I was like, and we're going with a friend and her teenage kid also. And I don't think he's traveled as much, but he does all right. So I'm like, how do you feel about heights? Are you good with caves? Because I want to do this it's like this rappelling into a cave, and then you inner tube through a cave river, I'm like, that sounds fun to me. I want it so I'm like asking the kids, and my kids are like, no, oh no, I don't, afraid of heights. No, I'll be constricted. This sounds terrible. And I'm like, what? I'm going, what's going on? So then I realized they think I'm taking them on this by myself. And I'm taking them to the center of the fucking universe. And we're just gonna go gun it in a third world country. And I just about died. I'm like, and then, we grew up in a tourist town. I'm like, no, you guys, this is a tour. Like, there's a fucking ride. They're like, oh, okay.
That's so funny.
Amber's off-grid adventure with the kids.
They're going,
I got this awesome plan, you guys.
Oh my god, that's great.
Oh, I was dying. I'm still dying. It was so funny.
Oh my god.
Awesome. Like, where else could you do this? Like, we have to go do this. And they're like, oh no, mom.
No.
Not following you. We're not going off the, and I'm trying to explain to the other kid like what rappelling is, I'm like, gear, and you lean back
You
over
hang off the rock with the rope,
like,
you've seen it.
No. So yeah.
Oh my god.
That's about how my adventures go. They're like, they just everything I suggest, they're like, not sure yet.
We get some epic coughs on here. We're gonna have to do a whole thing of clipping epic coughs under.
That is funnier the longer you think about it.
I know. I'm like, do we need to go watch? What is that? What's his name? The Neanderthal guy. What's his name? Not Dwayne Johnson, but Brandon Fraser. I think I'm taking him on a Brandon Fraser.
I like how two immediately come to mind. Like,
I was just thinking of Encino Man.
Go ahead, Al.
I was just thinking of Encino Man when you said that.
Yes! Oh my god, we are
That's
on
so
the
weird.
same page. I'm like, Pauly Shore, man. That's what I was gonna say.
What was it, Young Einstein?
Oh my god. Oh god.
I know. I kind of did the same thing. We went to LA. God, what was that, like 3 years ago? And so I'm like, we're gonna have a day of museum. So I took them to the Broad. We did that. They weren't really sure what to, I'm like, they'll kind of dress up, do fun. And then I'm like, okay, now we're going to Venice Beach. We're gonna go hit the tar pits. We're gonna go to the Museum of Natural History, and that was a fun day. And then we ended up at a friend's house that had like the rooftop deck party in Venice Beach. They're like, California's awesome. Like, yeah, it's not all like that, but you can make a day of it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Hit all the big things.
I haven't seen. Go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say I haven't really like been there, like, when I was a kid I went through or whatever, but not as an adult. So yeah, I haven't been in California, guys. You guys all have to show me things.
Oh yeah.
When we get out there.
I'm going on Amber's tour, whatever it is.
Oh god.
Man. But was gonna say was we took a road trip from Vegas up to go see Amber and my mom is in Spokane, and I love Lake Tahoe. That's half in California, half in Nevada. I've always loved it there, but I have never seen such dense trees. It was so beautiful. I had never seen anything like that. But we went from Vegas to Salt Lake City, and then Salt Lake City all the way to Spokane. And by the time we spent like 2 days in Spokane, by the time we got to Amber's, I was so done being in the car right next to someone for 12, 13, 14 hours straight. And then my dog, oh my God, we were done. I was like, I need like a night break away from you and from everybody. I need my space.
You know what we should have done is ditched the fam and guys and gone to the spa.
Yeah. But
we have these amazing
by that time too.
Yeah. We have these amazing Korean spas here. And I think they need to be everywhere. They're
I have
awesome.
never been to a spa.
Me neither.
Never.
Like I wouldn't like I don't, I've been to like places in Arizona and stuff. Not quite my thing, but these Korean spas that they have here on the West Coast are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You get so like you can just go and it costs like $40, I think. And you can spend, they're open from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. and you can soak in all the tubs and go in all the like heated different sauna rooms, and like they have one that's like a jade room, and the walls have like a panel of amethysts, a panel of quartz, a panel of garnets, panel of jade rocks, turquoise, and they're all infrared saunas, and so you just lay in there and meditate or sweat, and then you can go in the steam room, or you can go in the there's usually like 2 or 3 different temperature hot tub soaking rooms, and then there'll be like one really cold one, or like one of them even has like a little waterfall, and it's just cold as shit. And so, but it's so good for your body to and that they've been doing that for hundreds and thousands of years over in Korea, and you get, if you pay for the services, like you can get a Korean scrub, which is a life-changing experience of a little Korean lady completely like scrubbing you down head to toe in all the places.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I actually
got a little fresh there. Did she get a little, you're like, woo!
I went
I got there.
At the end of summer I got COVID, and when I was done, I went there to detox, just to start feeling better, and I knew I needed to sweat, and I got a acupuncture massage. And she ended it by punching me in the armpit. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Like Craig, climbing on the table, like on your back with her elbows and her knees, and then it was like, holy shit. I was not expecting this. Felt better
so nice.
Your description of it sounds delightful. I mean, I'm going to be honest.
My mom was an esthetician when we were growing up, and probably the time I was like an early teenager, and this was after like all the Lupron shit, all the precocious puberty shit, and she used to take me to the spa she worked at, and then just to like Korean spas and stuff, just to like detox, kind of chill me out, because I would always feel like shit. And oh my God, life-changing. The fact that you can just go in there and stay in there and just soak, and the aroma therapy and everything is so nice. That might be what I need now that you said it. Yeah, that sounds really nice.
Yeah,
I
love, like, I bought one of those like camping hot tubs for a couple $100.
Right.
That was my I bought the van when COVID lockdown started, and I bought that hot tub because I don't have a bathtub in this house, and I hate it. It drives me nuts.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh,
"Fuck it,
yeah.
we're getting it can be a pool in the summer and a hot tub in the winter. Like
Nice.
we need
Very
something, you know. I was just like, we need spaces to go get away from each other because we're all stuck in this house, you know.
Hot
Yeah.
tubs in the winter are so nice.
Oh, yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
if you have snow. You got to go and get yourself in the snow.
That's the
Oh yeah, or
And then
cold
you go
lake
into the
jump
hot
in.
tub. Woo, that's an awakening. What about you, Elle? Have you done spas and stuff?
Well, actually, funny you mentioned it. My mother gave me my first massage, like actual legit massage with like
Oh,
oils
wow.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And really funny story. I was having a great time during it, and then all of a sudden I started breaking out in hives, and that's how I found out that she used chamomile oil, and I'm allergic skin-wise to it. I can consume it in a tea and whatnot, but I can't put it on my
Chamomile,
skin.
Steve.
So
Oh,
that was a
man.
fun journey to that discovery. That was my first experience. And my second experience, massage wise, was after my accident that happened in 2014, in which I encountered an Escalade, and the Escalade won, and on foot. And
Oh no.
I ended up having a lot of back issues and had to go to a chiropractor and all that. And like was just flashing back to my chiropractor times in Hollywood, and then in, what was it, like Wilshire, somewhere in that area. And when I went to the clinic or whatever, they had a massage table, and this was the first actual massage I ever got. And I was like, do not use chamomile. In the very beginning, I was like, do not fucking put chamomile on me, please. So it would have been a pleasant experience had I not been in unbelievable pain and actually needed the massage. So you can't really enjoy, you just don't understand until you're like getting a massage and you are in so much pain already, but this is supposed to make it better. But first you have to go through the pain again to get to that point. But now I have less bad days with my back, but I have chronic back pain as a result of the injuries.
Me too. I have a spinal fusion in my lower back, L5S1, the very bottom disc.
Wow.
I had it, what was it, 2009, I think it was, that I had that was my second back surgery, and it was from a car accident, but I was like in the vehicle, and I was a little Chevy S10 pickup truck, and the guy just never freaking stopped, like 45 miles an hour, just boom, plowed right into us. And it was a little Saturn, and they pushed me and my friend, like I was, the little truck. I mean, those are tiny little trucks, like, and pushed us about 20 feet or so of brakes, the brakes from us, because we were stopped already, to turn and make a left turn. So we were waiting for an oncoming, car to go, and this guy just never, I don't know, wasn't paying attention and just rammed into the back of us. So
my guy was not paying attention, and he had darkened windows, and I was trying to get his attention, and then he was just ignoring me and then hit me. And then he tried to help me. It's really funny when they hit you and then they try to help you. It's like, I immediately want to be like, get the fuck away from me. Let me find someone I can trust. And that's when I called my boss at the time. And so what's fucked up about this is that I had another accident a few years later in the same exact spot. And that's where I got the most money, not the most money. That's where I got more money from a settlement from insurance. And luckily I was able to get it right before we shut down. Like it was really touch and go, but I was in negotiations for like a certain number. And I was like, if she's not in the office, I'm dead, because I need her to be in the office. But she was in the office at the time and was able to send me the check. And that's the only reason I'm not like destitute at this point, is because of that surface kind of accident that didn't really do anything physically to worsen my condition that I could see, other than like more back problems, which is whatever. But you deal with it. And
Yeah.
you know, other than that, it was just a monetary gain. But I do not suggest anyone put themselves in harm's way on purpose.
Yeah, no.
I
Especially
did not do it on purpose.
not with
Just
your
for the
back.
record.
You don't realize it. It's like so your core. You know what I mean? Like I have days where I feel like I'm just gonna fall backwards the wrong way. Like I'm just gonna go,
Right.
well, did you get that feeling? Like you just feel like you're gonna break and just fall backwards?
Yeah, I actually fell in the middle of the street afterwards, and it was like so traumatizing. I was like, do not fall, because you will end up having to go to the hospital, and you don't know how that's going to go, especially with the COVID shit going on at the time. Like, I'm very extra careful not to fall down now, so I don't have to get into any. I got an ambulance the first time, by the way, just to tell you.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
don't do that either.
$7,000 plus fucking dollars out of my settlement. So
Well, so I was in a couple accidents too, and same thing. I got my settlement. That's when I bought my van. Was, you know, right as lockdown was happening, and it was nuts. It was just like my lawyer went nuts. My car, I had the engine went out like the Thursday before school got shut down Monday. You know, it was just like, oh shit. You know, it was just insane. But people don't realize that most, you know, if you have PIP insurance, most people only have like $10,000 or $20,000 worth. That's not enough. That is
No.
not. That is a very minor fender bender, you know. And people, you know, when you're in touch to your insurance agent, they're like, oh yeah, waive that, you know, because it costs them money to offer PIP plans. But your regular insurance will also not pay for accident care, because they're like, nope, you pay out of pocket and you're going to get reimbursed, because they don't want to deal with it being subjugated. I worked in a chiropractic office also doing billing, so I helped like so many people with accidents, and then I ended up in my own situation, and yeah, no, it's so not worth it.
I don't recommend it for anyone to like
No.
purposefully injure yourself at any point. You
No,
know, just to
Don't do
my
that.
my daughters
Not-
were in the car
not
during
it.
our first one, and like I don't like it was so bizarre. The guy totally hit me. He ended up getting arrested for like having heroin and guns in his car. And I'm out there like helping him drag his
Oh.
bumper out of the street. And,
Yeah,
like,
that'd be
kids were
me.
crying, and like it was awful. But yeah,
Glory
after
Jones
I
joined
learned about
us.
that.
Glory, glory,
you've all been
hallelujah.
for a bit here, so yeah.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm here.
So I was saying earlier that I wanted to ask you something about how you feel about your educators being propagandized, because Skyla's having a really hard time. You know, she's in her senior year of high school, so she's trying not to like, you know, it's such a tough place to be in, like to want to push back against your, you know, when you're doing college professors, dealing with them and just not wanting them to fuck with you and your, you know, your grades and shit. So they're talking about things, and they're saying how they're you know, they're using different sources like CNN and NPR and MSNBC and the New York Times and the Washington Post, because they like diversity in their, you know, and where they get their information. And she's like, Mom, I'm supposed to trust these guys? Like, these are the people that are supposed to educate me. They're fully propagandized. So like, what do you do? What do you do with that?
You know what? I always try my best to defer to primary resources, because, like, okay, you can argue with a student, but you can't always argue with the primary sources that's giving you all this information. Also, like, you know, one thing I'm finding is that like more and more people, even in a place like Los Angeles, are just getting increasing levels of don't give a fuck. So like, you know, even though obviously there's always going to be some strict people, like there's some people that'll get real lax with like the mask mandates and stuff. Like, for instance, I work with athletes, so like anytime I'm around the gym or I'm like helping set up for practice and shit, or like in practice, like I never wear a mask to work, and they don't care at all, even though it's technically required by the school, but like they don't care.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, like okay, so Skyla also has a part-time, retail job, and she says she went into the manager's office the other day, and her and 2 other people were listed on a paper saying that they have to wear masks at work. Like, how much of a violation is that to, like, because she has not given them the information about, you know what I mean, like anything. Like, we have avoided it we just kind of ignored it and kind of skated around it for her school and for this. So you know, like
that's kind of what I do too sometimes, just because it's like I'm in like the last semester of my senior year, so I'm just like, oh, okay, fucking fine, but also like I don't give a fuck. And like, if someone really wants to get, I don't know what's the word, like lipsy with me or whatever, I'm just like, oh, so you want me to tell you about the increase in microplastic pollution that's happening to the environment because of all these fucking bullshit masks? What about the increase in bacterial pneumonia that's happened? How do you feel about breathing back in all that air that you're breathing into your face? What about people that sweat a lot? You want me inhaling my own sweat? No thanks.
Yeah, it's hard. I was trying to get my kids to do something different, but they didn't want to.
Yeah.
So they
It's
sit
tough.
in masks.
Because I at first I was like, oh, all right, like, all right, I'm gonna make masks and think I'm helping people, and it took me like a little bit to go, what the fuck, and it's like, so now they're trying to mask people, right, and like make people less, less human, right, and then now they're having people. Where are we watching that? They're having, Prop was playing it earlier, I think, in his thing. They're having people like have their faces and their voice scanned to go and become like the face of a robot and the voice. And I'm like, so they're humanizing those more and they're dehumanizing the people. I'm like, this is a scary trend.
Yeah, they were installing like human faces and personalities and stuff into these droids, and giving them like your face.
And I'm like, if it's not any more blatantly obvious to people that like they are humanizing freaking robots, like they are making those like the things that you can listen to and react to and read the face of, while they're removing that from the people. And it's like, oh my gosh.
And there's no science to back it up, and they're now admitting that. So it's pretty insane.
Bizarre.
That people went for it. So you can't blame everybody like at the top, because like people complied, and once you comply, it's not going to go the way you want it to do.
And like the more and more you don't comply, the more you're going to realize that like not only like there's no effective mechanism in a lot of instances to enforce this bullshit.
Right.
And
It's
and
illegal.
also in a lot of instances, a lot of the enforcers who would be enforcing it, they're just sitting there like, man, do I really gotta do this, bro? Like, I can't be asked, really. I mean, that's what most of them are thinking.
Or they don't do it themselves when the camera is not on them or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, there's been all kinds of times where like I'll metro from one protest to another, and there's been times where I've sat either in front or directly behind one of the metro security people, just chilling, not wearing my mask, and I don't catch shit for it. Nobody says anything to me because
Yeah, that's true.
You just give off that vibe.
Yeah, because you're confident. You know what I mean? You want
don't
confidence. They don't fuck with you most of the time.
And that I have zero fucks to give about your fucking mask bullshit.
Yeah, you just don't acknowledge it. That's the best part. It's like,
Yeah.
I would
Like-
never go into a restaurant with a mask on. Like, they offered me one in like a veggie grill, and I was like, no, I'm good. And that was the
Yeah.
end of it.
Well, I
It
mean,
was so-
because you're
so
literally
awkward.
walking into the restaurant. So say you actually do go by the rules and you wear your mask, okay? You wear your mask into the restaurant, walk to your table, and then you take the thing off within like 2 seconds
so
to
stupid.
eat or drink something.
Viruses don't hit you when you're sitting unless you're
It's-
under the age of 18.
Oh,
Oh.
I heard they don't even go into Denny's at all. Like,
Yeah, they
No.
don't patronize that.
IHOP.
They said no
never been found in a
capitalism.
Denny's.
We boycott. We canceled Denny's. Okay, like it's
Cracker Barrel, though, on the other hand,
Fuck this house
very
of
contagious.
pancakes.
oh
Yeah,
my
I
gosh.
mean, but Elle's pretty much right. If you walk in there like you know your shit, then they don't really bother you most of the time. Especially if I'm about to go into like a grocery store or something, and I need to pick, and there's only say 2 or 3 things I need to pick up. I just do my business, and that self checkout too, so I don't even need to interact with people.
Same.
You know what's funny too
here.
is people, because Leo's my service dog. I know I say that a lot, but not everybody in here is is one of the originals. So Leo being my service dog, he rides in the top of the cart when I go through the store, and people have always wanted to come over and say hi to him, and he loves it. He loves meeting people and kids, and super happy. And so we'll go, there's a bonkers in there. And people through this, right? They're they have that response to not want to go near people, but they want to come near because I have Leo. And so it kind of breaks that I feel like it somehow breaks that hypnosis that they're in, because people come over and they talk and they say hi, and we relate. So I think we just need a bunch of dogs, a bunch of puppies.
It depends too, because
dog
some people are pussies that'll get scared if you don't have the right dog, or if you don't have a super playful golden retriever, like a nice little chihuahua. Because my family, we have a Doberman with the black and copper markings, and he is beautiful, by the way. But we'll be walking him. We'll be walking him around the beach, and because he's a service dog for my mom. So we get to take him wherever.
Yes, you get beach privilege. Yes,
yeah.
I
Even
know
though he's
what you mean.
90 pounds and shit, but we'd be walking around, and everybody, and half the people, the moment they see him, they're either like, "Oh my god, es so que linda," and they're either like that because it's Miami, or they're like, they're just getting out of the way. And in
You
some
want to see what I
respects,
can pull out of nowhere?
It's nice.
Look at this glory. Look what we have out of nowhere.
Aw,
That's
little
Commander X's
Xavier.
dog.
Yep.
Yes, we love him and his puppy, and he wants to meet us because Leo and his dog
course he
look
does.
identical.
Very
I know.
And so look, this is Leo I was showing everybody earlier. That's Leo when he was just an hour old, within the hour of being born.
Oh, you
Yeah.
know what? That's gonna make me go and try and find a picture of my dog when he
Yes,
was
see, you're
when he
gonna
was a
have
baby.
to. You're gonna
Yeah.
have to. So Leo's mom looked like the Doberman. She was the miniature pincher. So I know that they're not related, which is really funny because everyone thinks that the Dobermans and miniature pinchers are related, but they're not. They're actually a mix of Dachshund and Greyhound. That's how you get the miniature pincher.
It just sounds
Weird
bad.
lineage, right? So that's what Leo's mom looked like, though, was the black and the gold. Is that what you called it? The black and gold?
It's like copper.
Oh, copper. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, so the black and copper, that was what Leo's mom looked like, and his dad was the Chihuahua that was the tan and the white, like the cow, like the Holstein or whatever. So yeah, oh my gosh. So your dog is his mom's, and her name is Dixie Normus, like Dixie, like Normus. And the guy that named her was like, yeah, no one will ever say that to me, so I'm gonna name my dog this. So like the health card comes from like the vet in the mail and it says Dixie Normus.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Imagine like every mail carrier. Yeah. Right. I was like, yeah, that's Leo's mom. Yeah, her name is Dixie. Well, her name is Dixie Normus, but we call her Dixie for short.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Now you're never gonna look at your dog the same. You're gonna be like, God damn it, Lucky. Now I'm always thinking about Dixie Normus when I see my dog.
I'm gonna hop off, you guys. I had an early start today.
Yeah.
Aw, well,
You're welcome for that,
hanging
Hunter.
out with us.
No, thank you.
Hunter and I think that we should do this on a regular basis where we have ladies' nights.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think we need it. We need we need the space to like giggle and unwind and just.
Thanks for hanging out with us, Hunter.
Tell ridiculous.
Love you.
Yo.
I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure out when we'll do it next. It'll be soon.
Absolutely.
All right.
Good.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
See you,
Bye.
Hunter.
Sleep well.
Well, in part, the Children's Health Defense link that I posted, I think was probably that would be like the hardest part for me going to college. I think right now is especially in science classes, because when you start
bro,
dealing with citations and shit, and then you start realizing how they're being manipulated and published, it's like,
It's
I'm
really
an international
frustrating.
Relations major, so it's not that much better in
Ooh.
terms of the sources stuff and the constantly being fed CIA narratives. But at least with COVID, it's slightly better than science majors right now.
Well, and like I read an article last week about they have these like ghost writing facilities in China where they just like pump out paper after paper after paper because people, trying to get their PhDs or whatever need to have X amount of papers published, So like, and then of course, whoever the publishers are making friends with these companies, and it's just, they've gamed it. It's insane. It's insane. They were saying like up to 30% of all studies were just completely bullshit, like they had the same layout and
what the fuck? So
they're
it's
like, for
exactly
$5,000 we can get you that elbow study published kind of thing.
You're fucking kidding me.
No.
Sick of this shit.
It's so rigged, like Skyla pointing out on the face of it, like her doesn't trust her teacher's perspective because her sources are fucking MSN. And then like you go to school and your sources are fucking completely manipulated as well. Like, what the fuck?
And so she's like, what is the point of this? She's like, I'm never going to be able to do well with these classes or well with this because it's all propaganda. Like, she's like, Mom, everything I've ever learned in school was false. It's wrong. She's like, it's funny. Like, she's like, Mom, like, she's so mad at me. I'm like, I tried to, like, I gave you the choice of going to school or not when it was available and you always wanted to go to school. So I just, taught you everything I knew outside of school, and I'm still relearning shit. Like, I'm still like, fuck, man. Like, everything we ever fucking knew was a lie. It was all a fucking lie.
It makes you sound like a deranged fucking maniac to suggest that,
Yeah.
I know people are like, your tinfoil hat. I'll
really,
take
in the
that
greater
badge
scheme
of honor,
things,
fuckers.
to loosely describe your education. Yeah, no, it was all full of shit. Like, it's undeniable. It's so crazy. Like, how much faith you put in all of that narrative when you're a child, and the fucking Pledge of Allegiance and the fucking singing of the national anthem, and oh my God.
I know, you're pledging to a flag, really a flag.
National anthem, by the way.
Refuse not to.
Yeah. By the way, national
refuse to do
anthem,
the
it's
pledge.
mid as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
sorry.
awful. It's all awful.
Fuck this whole
That was
please
my
rise
first,
and honor those who defended this country for the playing of our national anthem. Nah, fuck that mid-ass anthem. You're fucking disgracing the troops by giving them a shitty-ass national
Well,
anthem.
you could have at least had a nice sounding anthem, something.
Hey,
Ugh.
My
Francis
first,
Scott, he worked really
protest-
hard on that.
Yeah.
And you're just supposed to shut up, get in debt, and pay your taxes, okay?
Oh, in between writing about trading slaves.
Really, the most moving thing about Americana or any of that fucking horse shit is Ray Charles singing "America the Beautiful," and drop the fucking mic. That's it. You know what I mean? What's better than that and encapsulating the whole thing? It's all fucking horse shit. But what a pretty movie.
Yeah, like what were we
okay.
watching last night? We watched we still digest Netflix on occasion. I like to see what is going to come. Because literally everything in movies and all that,
Travel,
yeah.
All of us are dead.
Oh, the colony, because it's got LA and shit all zoned off, and it's because the aliens came and invaded, and they have they have time limits, and you can't go between sectors and all this shit. And I'm like, these motherfuckers, man, you guys look at the colony. I swear, there is nothing. There is no moment in my life that is not represented that we can't see in Hollywood that is reflective of, you know what I mean? The ideas have already, whether it was propagandized ideas just through Hollywood that they made people write the way that they did, because how
time travel, babe, can't figure it out.
well, how indoctrinated we are, you know what I mean? If I wrote something when I was a kid and I was in full belief of what the truth is what I was taught, then I would write something that would be reflective of that. I don't think people necessarily do it on purpose. I know it's a whole nother dark tunnel to go down.
Oh, by the way, Lucky, if you check your Twitter DMs, I just sent you a couple pictures of my family's dog.
Oh my gosh. Okay. How do I get to the
just open a new tab?
Yeah, but Steve makes me do this other freaking tab thing. Is it going to sign into your Twitter or mine? No.
Hi, Steve Seibel.
Hi.
Right eye, left eye.
Okay, there we go.
We have a new foster pup that we've had for a while.
Oh my gosh.
We're teaching him shaking right hand.
How do I show this? It's not a different tab thing. Oh my gosh.
You can do a share screen.
You can share the screen. It's a feature.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's on another tab, so I have to go. I have to get.
Then you can
yes, Steve.
You know what I'm saying? She does it better than I do, so she knows what I'm saying.
He acts like I don't know what I'm doing. Look at the puppy.
You can click on the pictures too to enlarge them.
Oh, how
is he a Dobie Rot? He looks kind of
he's pure Doberman.
Really?
Crazy.
He's just big.
Yeah. You know what? He's not incredibly big, but he's tall. He's not bulky. Well, he's gotten bulkier the older he's gotten, but he's very tall.
Oh my gosh.
Then if you scroll up a bit, you can see Rasta.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I wanted to name him Zuko, but my dad ended up winning with Rasta. So
that is so
Bob
freaking
Marley.
If you scroll up a bit too, you can see him when he was a baby.
What? Oh my god!
What's he got in that vest?
I know, right? He's like,
yeah, I told y'all he was certified.
Official.
Cute. Oh my gosh! I just like love dogs. Is that a coconut?
Yeah, that's a coconut. He picks them up all the time when we take him for walks.
Look at that face too. Like he's like, I'm serious about this coconut.
He does
like,
this all the time. Like we'll take him out on walks and he'll pick up like coconuts and these huge palm tree leaves, and it looks absolutely ridiculous. So we're like walking through the neighborhood with him, like, please no one drive by. This looks so
it looks like he has like a big growth or something on the side of Oh my gosh. He's so cute. What is his name?
Rasta. I already answered
yeah, Rasta.
that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
And then last one, well, the first one, or the one further up is the picture of him as a baby. Scroll up just a bit.
Oh my god. That looks just like Leo's brother. I swear to God. Oh my god.
Leo was a Doberman in the past life.
No, he looked like that's exactly what his brother looked like. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to find those. They're probably on my phone or something. Oh. But I'll have to find them and send you some because you're gonna be like, holy shit, that looks just like him. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I saw Bonkers is being bad. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Oh my god.
And yes, Jilly, we kept the ears and tails. Of the
I don't even want to think about what they do to the tails and the ears.
Yeah. I think the tails, they have to cut them off when they're like days old. or because otherwise after a certain point you're cutting into their spine. So they have to do it super early. So because we basically like met this dude in Miami he had 2 Dobermans that were having babies. So we got to meet his 2 parents. And then afterwards, like when the moment they had the litter, we came over to him and we got to meet him, and we got to pick out our doggy. And we picked him because he was the biggest and the loudest one out of the litter. So
do you regret it?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a very is instigative the right word? Like I instigate a lot when I'm a dog owner, because we'll just be sitting down and I'll be like, Rasta, what's that? And then he'll start barking.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
I've been going, ow, too loud. My dog's bark is crazy. And
sometimes we do have to tell him to be quiet. We'll just be like, okay, that's enough, bro.
I'll be right back.
My dog Althea that lives with my kids has the loudest bark, and that top end of it is like piercing. It's so fucking loud. It bounces off the fucking wall and it's crippling. If she doesn't stop doing it, you're like, oh my god, shut up. It'll make you lose your mind about 11 seconds.
Yeah, my family's dog has a lot of bass to his bark. So I can tolerate it for longer periods of time than I do for the little dogs.
Yeah.
But it's also very loud. And then after a point, we're just like, okay, you can quiet now.
Yeah, Althea is like a 80, 90 pound pit bull, American pit bull. So she's she's stocky mama. And just the fucking loudest bark. Oh my god.
Yeah, our dog Max is really loud, and so I tried to take him in Home Depot the other day. I'm like, oh, we'll see how this goes. And he was fine until we just walked out. We'd been in the store for 10, 20 minutes, and he was fine. And then we went through one aisle, and somebody pissed him off, and it was like, okay, we gotta go.
Aw, kitty cat.
Oh, hello.
You see how big his paws are? He's big.
What's his name?
Everett.
Oh,
Everett.
Oh.
After Everett, Washington.
Yeah. Just drove through there today.
Did you?
I did. And yesterday.
That's where I'm from.
That's ironic, really. My middle name as well.
Yeah, isn't that weird? So it's the
That's
town I'm
weird.
from and his middle name. So we were like, all right, well, when this cat got brought over and the neighbor messed with us and tried to tell us it was like a kitten found in a bush.
Yeah.
Liars.
Oh, there's a dog.
They lied. They lied.
Neighbors
They
ran
tricked us.
serious kitten game on it. They're Connecticut.
Oh,
This is
oh
Max.
My God.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yes.
We love the animals. It's like, we're always like, oh, show us your animals. Show us your animals. You want to come say hi?
He's my shadow, man.
I'm the same way too. I love animals more than people most of the
And
time.
here it is.
They
Our
just got
leader.
that dog pack.
Leo.
Oh, look at that necklace. I
Oh
love.
yeah, he's
Let me
fancy.
get out my
He's got like a crystal.
Oh yeah.
trigger warning for those ear sensitive. If you don't like squeaky noises,
Yeah, plug your ears if you don't.
what's that? Leo, Leo,
Where is it?
Leo, it's me. Leo, it's Glory.
He
It's
knows her
me,
voice.
Glory. Hi,
When you guys
Leo.
say his name and stuff. What's that?
Leo.
See his ears.
Hi, Leo.
Like,
Where is it? Is that your Glory Jones?
Oh,
Is
he's
that
so-
your Glory Jones? Huh? Look at, see
Aw.
how he does it on his own. Watch.
I love it.
He perches.
Leo. Hi,
This is how we dance.
Leo.
Like when we were at shows and stuff, he would be up on my shoulder like this, and I would have his leash and I don't have to hold him at all. Like he stays there on his own.
And my dog would like to do that too.
Yeah, mine too.
He's like full body.
You see how
Full
long
body.
his little legs are? He's super long. Like he looks like the miniature pincher, like the long legs. Oh yes, are you?
He's got a really cute shaped head too. It's almost
Yeah.
boxer-ish.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's funny that you say that. I had a dog named Nala, and same colors. And like my friend Bob, he passed away since, but he saw Leo and he was like, he has Nala's eyes, and it's so weird because I always thought I'm like, you're Nala, I swear. Like it was funny. He's got her spirit, and she was a boxer pit rot mix.
Oh,
She
nice.
was awesome. Such an awesome dog.
Well, yeah. So we had a short or wire hair pointer forever, and she just passed away during COVID, which we were super sad about because like we're all here to play with you finally, And then she just went downhill in a matter of weeks. It was super sad. But my brother has a pit bull with like the big puppy dog eyes, and the kids married them several years ago. And so today my daughter's like, look, it's their love child because he's got the pit like sad eyes, the big like just
Oh my God.
a few, and then she's got the face of the pointer, because he's short hair, so he's got that attitude and energy. He likes to get really hyper about 9 p.m. and start like
9 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we're all like, just when we're all like settling in, gonna watch something, dinner's done, and this dog wants to party. We're all like,
Leo, what are you doing?
It's getting better, but he likes wrestling Franklin at the dog park.
Franklin. It's okay. I like wrestling my dog too.
Yeah.
Leo, even though he's like a little dog, he really has big dog personality. He likes to go kayaking and he likes to go swimming.
All right, well, hit me up when you get out.
Like hiking. He's always ready to do whatever.
Oh, my family's dog loves swimming to like a dangerous level, especially because he's in Florida. So like anytime he gets hot, he just starts looking for the nearest body of water.
Yeah.
So I'd be at the park with him, and he would look towards the lake, and we'd just be like, "Come on, bro, I don't want to have to dry you off." And then he'd be sprinting, and then he'd just jet like straight into the lake and start jumping around in there.
That's great. Well, at least he's short haired, right?
Yeah,
Like, it's gonna
yeah.
help.
Yeah, being a Doberman definitely helps because the cleanup is a lot easier.
We used to have a cat that his name was Clovis, or her name was Clovis, and we lived on a pond in Voluntown, Connecticut, and the cat would come swimming with us. Like, we go in the water, and the cat would swim out to you and like sit on your shoulder or whatever while you were chilling in the water, and like just like the mellowest cat ever. I've never seen another cat that like swam like that. And the cat would just be like, "Oh, you're going in the water? Cool, I'm coming with," and just go swimming with her. Cats are weird.
I bet you Everett would do that. Everett likes to go for rides, like in the van and stuff. Like he likes to go for rides. He goes out on a leash.
Cat literally walks into the water and swims over to you and like sits on your shoulder. Is like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Leo sits like this
swimming,
on my shoulder when I'm swimming. Yes, I know you're sassy. You're a sassy boy.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised if Everett did that. Al, do you have any animals?
Not anymore. Well, I lived with a cat in so much that my roommate had a cat when they moved in, so I got to have a cat by association, and that's when I got my Instagram account. So I had a Cats of Instagram account basically where I would just post pictures of this cat in various places in my apartment. And then when the cat left, literally that's when I stopped doing Instagram, and I only did it for cat pictures.
That's awesome.
Post cat pictures.
That cat's a superstar right now.
Now you need to like have an adventure. Like whenever you're out, you have to go find cats to put on your Instagram.
What's the kitty's Insta? I mean, come on.
I know.
Tell the
right?
people don't.
It was a very pretty cat. She was really sweet. I forgot her fucking name, but she would go into like this one area in the kitchen, this cabinet. She would hang out there, and I'd be like, "Oh, you're here again. Hello, how's it going?" And it's like a cow print kind of wallpaper, not wallpaper, but like paper on the cabinet floor, whatever you call it. So she would be like not blending in really, but standing out in this move pattern. So she was really fun. She screwed up my chair immensely. She scratched the hell out of my chair that I have bought, and it looks ridiculous now. Like it has no chair, like no cover on it. Basically, it's all cushion or whatever. The chair is destroyed, and so she started the destruction. I kind of kept it going over the years. And so that was a pet that I had live with me. And before that, there was a pit bull that someone had that lived with me. And I would hide this, of course, from the management because we're not allowed to have pets. So I would naturally pretend. I mean, I learned that early on because I had a bunny here, which is how it comes into the Super Awkward Funcast, which is my show, my podcast. So when I first lived here, I lived with a bunny, which her name was Jezebel, which was accurate. And she is like the model in the picture that I put up for the avatar for my podcast. So she's basically the rabbit in the rabbit hole in the imagery that I use. And I put that together, Lucky, within 9 hours, like 4 hours one day and 5 hours the other. Of 2 days that took me to graphically put this together, which you wouldn't even think looking at it that it took that long, but it did in the program that I used, in the Photoshop that I used. But it's super awkward, but it has like awkward, and then I put W at the beginning, not at the beginning, at the top, because I couldn't fit it into the font that I used. So I was like, well, it's awkward. Let's put the W on top. So I put it on top, and that's how it came to be. And then the stained glass window I got from like iStock or some shit, some stock image site. So I wouldn't have to pay for it. And then I put the bunny in the middle, and that was the rabbit hole. So if anyone was wondering where that graphic art came from, that's how that happened.
I love it.
So that goes back to the bunny. The bunny pooped all throughout the couch, by the way. And poop in the couch was so fucking... It would be new poop every time you try to clean the couch. And I was like, I didn't know how much poop there was until I got rid of the couch.
The worst kind.
And then all the poop came out. And it's pellets, you know, so it's not like...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
Because ideally, old poop, rabbit poop, you know, not so much of a big deal, you know. But new poop, the dreaded new poop.
Yes.
I can relate to that. I know what you're talking
She would
about.
eat strawberries, by the way. I don't know what that was
Christ,
about, but
helicopter,
she loves
chill.
strawberries.
Sorry, I was about to say something, but then, you know, because it's Los Angeles, there has to be like giant helicopters flying all over the place 24/7.
Yes.
Oh, geez.
Of course.
Our hospital
Before
right
there
next
was.
to us has like a Lifestar helicopter. So we hear them pretty often, but every once in a while, I'm like, that is not Lifestar. That is not Lifestar.
Pretty
And
much
we'll-
doesn't
Sometimes
ever
we'll get
stop.
military ones.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm sure we're getting military ones. We just don't know.
That's right.
We
And
get
they're
the drone
hidden.
action when things are getting fun. They send out like the big drone, the little drone.
Oh.
I don't even know what they'd be using
least
in
they
LA
diversify,
sometimes,
you know.
honestly. Like there
sounds
were times
ridiculous.
where I'd be out at protests in say Hollywood, and it would be night, and I'd just see like just weird ass looking helicopter things that like don't even look like helicopters. They're just blinking there and staring and standing in place in the air, and I'm just like, hey, why are they bringing out drones just to surveil Dodgers fans? Like,
Yeah, I have this whole theory about the drones too. It's like they brought them out as like toys and like flooded everybody with drones.
Yes.
There are these great toys. Let's get
Camera
used to these
drones,
fun
too.
things. Yeah. These
I saw
fun
the little-
things are going to
the-
be
Insect robots at a Shama Swan event.
insect
my
robots?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ugh,
I
what
thought
do
it was a fly, you know, and I just kind of like followed it, and then it landed on this dude's pants, and I was like, "What the?"
Did you like? Did
Oh.
you kill it?
That kind of event. No, I mean it was super crowded, but I just followed.
Uh-oh.
You know, my eyes just followed it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, so that's real."
Okay, what do you guys think about the people that say that birds don't exist? That there's no birds, they're all electronic.
Oh my
What?
God.
Yes,
How did that
yes.
happen?
I don't know. I will
I
pull
don't-
something up, guys. I'm so
It's like
serious.
it's a legitimate thing though,
Mhm.
where they say pigeons don't exist and shit.
That's fine.
Trying to say
Believe what
75%
you want.
of birds are
Need
are
pigeons
missing.
soon.
I mean, it's a pretty harmless conspiracy theory, but also like, why?
Yeah.
Hi.
It doesn't make sense, but go on. Believe whatever you want.
They said
It's not hurting
like
anyone.
75% of birds are missing. There's like it's decreased. The amount of birds is decreased by 25%.
What?
I don't know.
What does that have to do
You
with
don't know?
it?
I don't know. I don't know. They're all fake anyway, so really, what does it matter, right?
It's a simulation anyway. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
what The
these are
Sims
like
was
real
about.
people that really like this is a thing. This is like, you know, they have a whole website. It's a real
Wow.
like movement about birds
Oh,
aren't
yeah,
real.
Don't look up.
That's
I'm
the
so
man.
freaking serious. This is
Lies.
like they have gear, and I really
Oh my
want one.
God.
I really want a shirt.
Wow.
Look, it says bird drones of North America.
Dude, do they have the pigeon
How would
walk
they
up?
do that?
I really like they're the freaking stuff. This is crazy, but
That's
look at how cute the
expensive.
fucking shirt is. I mean, come on. Oh, I want a bird drone shirt. Like, I mean, come
Expertly
on.
crafted.
Why isn't there a bald eagle drone?
Gloria's like, don't you leave the bald eagle out.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, 5 stars.
You're trying to
Let's
make
go.
an American specialized bird drone shirt, and you don't even include our fucking national bird. Come on now.
So look, this is a real thing, guys. The
So are
bird
turkeys
real
real in
movement
their
has been around
estimation?
since 1976.
What about penguins? Are they cool?
Well, penguins aren't really
Are they
birds.
drones?
They don't
They're
count.
I think I'm not-
Genocided
like,
over 16
kangaroo
million
ones,
birds? Wait, what?
Yes,
How did this genocide happen?
I saw that.
right here. There's a
They're trying to
government.
stop genocide birds.
Right, I feel like this is going to be something we all need to really do. We need to do a whole show on birds.
Wait,
are
wait,
real.
wait, hold up. So, chicken. Wagwan. What's up with chicken then?
I know, right?
How are people eating chickens?
Have
We
six
have
in my backyard,
questions.
so
We have
I can
questions.
confirm they're alive.
I know. That's
Like-
what I'm saying. I know people that still got chickens walking around and then they eat them.
I mean, I might refer to them as just
They're
dinosaurs.
not eating chickens. That's why they taste like everything.
Yes.
Oh, and look, this the term "birds aren't real" refers to biological birds no longer existing. What the hell?
Yeah, they're
And
gone.
United States soil.
They've
After the
gone.
government forcibly made the entire species extinct in the 20th century, all of these birds were
Which
replaced
experiment was
with
it?
surveillance drones designed to look just like birds. To simplify, birds no longer exist in the U.S.
Chicken,
It's a biological life form. Thus, birds aren't real.
chicken, hen, duck. You know.
Right. Like, so if you buy some chicken birds down at the farmer's co-op and you bring them home and you raise them up and you get them all plump and juicy and you go to cook them on whatever, some holiday, are they going to be mechanical inside or are they going to be birds?
What? So how
That
do
is my
eggs? How do eggs work then?
Yeah, like what are the
You have to
rules?
figure out which came first.
You guys have
Clearly,
real.
the eggs are artificial.
You guys have
you know.
real questions here.
No
And,
answers.
maybe
They
this
deserve
guy.
answers.
Maybe this guy has the answer. Okay. It says he put up a "birds aren't real" billboard. So let's see what this guy with the fluffy hair. Let's see what his answer is.
I don't think I'll be satisfied.
Neither will I.
You're gonna play it.
Just how it goes, I guess.
I consider myself to be an average American. I wake up in the morning, wash my car, and I have an avid disbelief in avian beings.
Maybe you've seen the billboard near the Highland Strip or heard the story on Wednesdays Live at 9. A campaign called Birds Are Not Real brings its efforts to the Mid-South.
And this morning, we are joined by one of the messengers of the movement. Peter McIndoe is here to tell us how this all came about. We want to emphasize you were not the founder.
No, ma'am. We put the billboard here because we wanted to bring it to the biggest city in the world, the Paris of the West. So we brought it to Memphis, Tennessee.
From 1959 through 2001, the government mercilessly genocided over 12 billion birds and simultaneously replaced them with surveillance drones in disguise.
Sometimes I'll travel internationally, go to the Himalayas, just to breathe the drone-free air.
So this is really satire. I mean, you don't really believe that happened, correct? This is a satirical campaign to make the point that what? You're looking at me like, no, it's not satire. I really do believe this.
Awkward.
Honestly, it's kind of offensive.
Okay.
We cannot find this to be a humorous issue. This is serious. This is life or death.
This movement came about in 1976, just to avoid any, liberal media hit job.
Since the billboard went up in Memphis, crime has actually dropped by 43%. We're expecting the key to the city at any time from the mayor.
There's been a reaction of supporters and loyal bird truthers coming out, saluting, bowing. It's almost become like a sacred pilgrimage.
This billboard means more to me than my own life.
All right, Peter, we appreciate you being with us this morning.
Thank you very much.
Birdsaren'treal.com.
See,
Are
here's
we
the
next?
thing: is like
That's
I'll
my
treat your cause seriously, which is why I got hella fucking questions.
Like this dude really like that was on their channel. Like that's not.
Hold up, wait.
This is on the Birds Don't Exist. Birds Aren't Real site.
Come on, is it?
What's the website title?
Is it a
Birds
gas?
Aren't Real.
Birds aren't real.
That's a big moment for them.
Birdaren'treal.com.
They have
Oh, there
14,000
we go.
subscribers.
Contact. I'm contacting.
Why?
We got slow news day. We need to get to the bottom of this.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Come on
Okay.
now.
Oh yeah. Here's another clip. Let's see what this one is. This is on their website. Like, this is really like, yeah, this is.
Y'all are not
Can't take that guy seriously.
I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow.
We all remember where we were when that happened. But what if I told you that something far greater was at play in this very moment? A saga of government corruption so entrenched in our society that to expose it would make Watergate a mere footnote in the pages of history.
For the last few years, my team and I have been investigating the biggest crime ever perpetrated on the American people.
Since the Eisenhower administration, the U.S. government has been committing genocide on the entire bird population and replacing these birds with sophisticated robot replicas equipped with 5-megapixel cameras and a sophisticated tracking system that can follow your every movement. I know this is horrifying, but please remember, stay calm. It is estimated that by 2001, 90% of the birds that we see in the sky will actually be surveillance robots. We must act now to prevent this from going any further. Join us, and together we can make 1987 the year that we take back our freedom.
Wow.
This is a long, long joke. That's what it is.
Seriously, guys. This is on their channel.
They're not fucking around.
Yeah,
Oh, they like the
no,
dead
they are-
cell.
No, this is a real thing.
They
I
are
was
too
hoping
serious.
I'd get a phone number, but I didn't. I was hoping
Oh my
I'd be
gosh.
able to call
Look, here,
them.
if you guys want to get a hold of them, they can press email.
Let's do it.
Press request.
Some nice
I have
merch.
plenty of questions.
press@birdsaren'treal.com.
Yeah.
Fayetteville, Arkansas.
We're gonna have to hit the Arkansas. Yeah, we're gonna have to hit them up for sure.
I'll put.
I was hoping for like a phone number, but it's like an email, so I gotta.
If you invite them to, I think there's a big calling for the call-in show to come back, and I think these need to be.
Look! Oh my God! It's called Poultry.
Yes.
Oh my God! Oh my God! What the hell? This is their
What?
thing. This is on their site.
The most important email we can. Oh my God! It's Newsweek.
You guys,
this trend on Twitter.
Poultry game.
These guys are
Wow.
serial, bro.
Oh my God!
Not satire again.
This is fucking great. I'm in.
Oh my gosh! And the guy in the interview when he's on with the news people, I'm like, oh my God! I'm like, they can't even keep a straight face, and they say horrific things. Like they say horrific things with a straight face, and they couldn't say that with a straight face. And he's got Birkenstocks on, and I'm like, come on, this is the kind of guy that gives Birkenstocks a bad fucking name, you know? It's like
Sandals, man. Fuck off.
Oh,
Even
there's
Alex
a Birds
Jones
Aren't
wouldn't
Real
fucking
Twitter account. If you follow @Birds Aren't Real
Hell
on
yeah.
Twitter, they
Hashtag poultry
they
game.
have, they
I'm gonna be their 6th
have
follower.
like 80K followers.
look at the fucking Poultry Gate, guys. It's a real thing.
This is
We're
awesome.
really hitting on something here.
Steve made
This
that
is
for
the
them. No, I'm
conspiracy
kidding.
of the decade.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I did
of
not
2
know there was a
decades.
Poultry Gate, guys.
3
Like,
decades.
It's just,
I know.
plot
I feel a
thickens.
little out of the loop.
I know, right?
I mean, I thought flat Earth was it, and it's like
Right?
so much more than that.
Look
So much
look
deeper.
at the shirts, guys. Like I really want to buy
I
a
need that
shirt.
pigeon shirt. Oh my God.
Like the birds aren't like. Can you imagine?
What if
just-
a bird shits on it?
Ah,
People-
see,
know.
Roar needs a sticker bundle. We gotta.
I almost want to like at them on
People
Twitter
are
asking
just
them
too
a question.
So do I.
Are liars. Buddy.
I'm
They're
a
liars. I want that hoodie. Like I really do. Do I want to support
I want a
people that I
red
think
hoodie.
are probably nuts? No. But I mean, I want
Well,
I want
love
a
that.
hoodie.
That's
Oh my
telling.
God, they have a Birds Aren't Real flag.
Oh God.
Your next protest,
Oh
Glory.
my God.
And it
let's
comes
bring
in
that to
black for people
protest.
like Shadow Band Refugee. It's
You gotta wear
great.
Guys, can you imagine?
guys-
That would get people's attention at a protest if you had Birds Aren't Real. That would get people's attention.
Did you think this was some kind of half-assed operation? They got nice merch.
I know.
Check that shit.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at
This
this. The
is a
IBM
government
bar
psyop.
shirt. Oh my god! I mean,
wait! It says pigeons are liars. How could they lie to you?
They can't help it.
Disbelieve. I want to disbelieve hoodie. Oh
They
my
have all
god!
these pictures of
I love
from on their
pigeons are
website.
liars.
They have all these pictures.
Disbelieve.
That might be the best catchphrase I've ever heard. Pigeons are liars. Oh,
I need to get like a Sasquatch part.
How
too.
many people do you think buy stuff just because it's hilarious?
Oh
my
no,
God,
but
look,
they're
they
making
have
money.
sticker-
Those are sold
It's a
out.
great
We can get a
conversation
sticker
starter.
Oh my god!
How did
I
they
think we should do
activate?
that and then put a QR code on the bottom that is not about birds aren't real, because people will be like really serious. They'll be like, "What the hell kind of shit is this?"
Oh my gosh, they have masks.
They
Oh
have
my
the
god!
birds
Oh,
ones that say
no.
birds are real,
Yeah, but do you
Trick
put the
'em.
slow news day, like QR code at
Yeah.
the bottom, so like they
Like a
come to
QR
your
code that
show of
leads to
truth?
like, yeah, that leads to like Slow News Day, Roar Media, fucking Political Matrix, or
Oh
like,
my god! Could this
or
be
like a
any
QR
worse,
code that's just a
guys?
flyer for Julian Assange or some
Guys,
shit.
guys.
I was already gonna contact Reynolds Wrap for some sponsorship.
Don't trust the partridge in the pear tree.
Bruh.
I love their bird in it.
It's sold out.
That
Are
is
these actually sold
sweet.
out though?
That is next level sweater.
How
right
many
there.
were made? I mean, come on.
Imagine the Christmas conversations around the campfire.
That
Oh my
moose
god!
has a
Oh!
plump rear end
Oh!
too. I might.
Oh
I
my
might-
god!
Oh, look at that one.
Spread the feathered gospel.
I'm crying.
Oh my gosh.
This is why we do these streams, guys, because we need the laughter.
Because we have to find the things that are funny.
I know we've seen
Feathered
some of this
gospel.
before, but I don't remember all of this merch.
Doesn't that pigeon look mad?
Oh my god, they have it in tie-dye.
Oh my god. Bird watching socks.
Oh my god,
I
they
like
have
the
the
spot
sock.
though.
Oh my god, they have a thing about bird watching. Wait, what? What does that mean?
I feel better now.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Oh my god,
Bird
bird
watching
watching
goes
goes both
both
ways.
That is
Oh my
I
god,
think
they are
wear
funny
Sweet
as
umbrella
shit.
hat.
Send that.
Now you can't cancel them.
I know. Oh, I love these guys. I love it, even if they're
It's a
completely off
classic.
their
They're not-
rocker.
they're not
I
real.
really do love them.
The
What
birds
are the
aren't real,
meteors
Amber. They
eating?
won't poop on you. You don't need the umbrella.
Look at the corduroy hat. I would rock that hat.
Vintage patch. Yeah.
I mean, it's
Ooh,
just
what
funny.
are the spy socks?
Oh my god.
See if you can see the
I'll
image.
just
of it.
I'll go around with my parrot, and I'll have him, and I'll have a shirt that says "Birds aren't real," and
Birds
you know.
are make-believe.
Oh my god, I want those bird watching socks.
Look! Oh my god, this is the shirt. Okay, this is the one I need. Birds are make believe with the the trippy tape, and then I could go around with peaches. It's sold out, guys. We need.
They're all
we need
sold out. It's so popular.
We're late to the game.
I need one that says "Lucky Burrito," and then
I like
Birds
the
aren't
ones
real.
that birds are make believe because it's kinder, gentler sort of message.
I mean, look, they're
They wanna
like
just come
It's
right
a
out. and
feathered
say,
gospel.
they're LGBT, like rainbow
agnostic point
pride,
of view.
like they're inclusive here, guys. Oh
except
my
for the
god.
birds,
Yeah, they just the birds.
a little intolerant of
How do they feel about robotic people? Do they think that people are drones too? I'm curious.
Do they think we're
What's the
next? That's
bird
what I
looking
wanna
like
know.
Mother Teresa, or is that like
Yeah, did you see
the
that?
best one.
It's
I
the
wanna get
feathered
that one for
gospel.
Oz.
Yeah, that's
Wasn't she
that's like an
canceled?
angry looking pigeon.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I'm feeling like Steve could make us some really awesome birds aren't real merch, and we need to put it up on a Lucky Burrito store because we need this.
We can't get
Yeah.
the merch idea. Come
No,
on.
you can make birds aren't real. You can make your own things. You can make it with pictures
Yeah,
of our
all the
own
smalls
bird.
are-
Just say like
sold out.
realer, so they don't get mad.
oh yeah,
Say
what about- oh yeah, you guys have a bird. What's up with that? Like
Yeah.
Right?
may as well have a fucking Amazon Alexa in there.
We could have
I know.
peaches up in there.
That's the shirt he was wearing in the interview.
Yes. And look at how the eyes come out of it.
Why is
Because
it
they're
bird?
not
That's a little
real.
Illuminati. If it were just one eye, I'd be a little concerned.
Right, but the two eyes, it just
Right?
completely ambiguous.
That
And it
takes
looks
it
like
away.
the bird's on a perch, like the way that it's like, shaped like that. It looks like a perch.
This is easily some of the fucking funniest satire or just the weirdest shit I've ever
No,
seen.
I think these people really believe this.
I
Like, I
think they're
really do.
serious
All their stuff
about
is
it.
sold out.
Ooh, what's
I
the baby
would buy it.
pigeon?
Look, oh my gosh, they went off of the old.
Have you
what was
tried
it?
all the sizes? What about
Schoolhouse-
2XL? That's probably
Schoolhouse
available.
Rocks.
Oh, maybe it's just that one size. you
Yeah,
think?
maybe it's all tiny people.
No, it says
buying it.
sold out.
No, they're lying. They didn't sell out. They just didn't
I
have
like
enough
that
to
one.
sell.
Remember what is that like though? It was
That
like
one's like ABC After School.
Oh, look at the reviews that keep coming in.
I know all these reviews. Look, it's only 26 stars and they're sold out. So what does that tell you?
Exactly.
it only
It was
got
only a
that
30
The
run.
best purchase of my life.
people are like they sold like 30 shirts. They're like
My money, birds are real people.
I want a
really-
poultry,
I really want
gate
some,
fighter
though.
shirt.
Wait. Let me see the ratings for these. Do any of them have like? Do they all have fucking 5 stars?
This is not suspicious at all. This is the real
And
conspiracy.
look at the numbers, and all of them are sold out. Like everything is like sold out.
Yeah.
Clear.
Bullshit.
Night vision socks. Wow.
I think we need to make a birds are real campaign, and I think we need to fight for the ones that are real, and we can.
Birds' lives matter.
Birds' lives matter.
Thank you.
Oh God, we're gonna piss somebody off with that one.
I
Come
am
on now.
alive.
Oh, you're
There's a picture of a
now.
pigeon
Don't
that
be
says I am
chicken. Come on, say
alive.
what you feel.
Oh my God, I love this though.
We can call
Bird
it Chicken
drones of
Gate.
North America. This is
I'm
like
like
the best
so
thing
bothered that they
ever.
don't put the bald eagle on here.
I know. Where's the bald eagle? And owls, really? They got the owls too.
What about insect drones matter?
Oh my God.
Because clearly that's what they're going to be using them for. I think the bird drone was a little too obvious because they
Right.
clearly caught on so fast.
It was too on the nose.
They had to go smaller, faster.
Look at the fucking pigeon. I am a lie. Like, just that's it. That would start a lot of conversations, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
This is what we need.
Like, what if they think you mean yourself? And it's just like a bird there. They don't think like the bird is the lie.
I am a lie.
Well,
It's underlined.
Check your Twitter DMs. I sent you some pictures.
That is
Oh my
fantastic.
God. Oh.
No,
For
I just
interest-free
wish their gear was
installments.
available because
Oh, what's this with the people? This is great. I remember we looked through this before, but it's even funnier. What
The
looking at this.
bourgeoisie. The bourgeoisie.
it's funnier with other people.
Okay.
What the hell?
All right.
That is awesome.
What the hell? This poor guy.
Straight out of West Edgerton.
That's hilarious.
It's got 5-star review.
Easily made it. Oh, sorry.
Fighting political commentary on these birds.
Oh my God. Oh, these
Check the
guys.
movement updates. We have to see what's going on with the movement.
I love how one of their shirts has 262 reviews and they're all 5 stars.
Oh, we already went here. I'm stupid.
Poultry gate.
Okay, well, let's see what they were saying. What's on there? A viral swamp media publication. Oh,
Hey, see, they're for independent journalism, clearly. I do agree. Big tech is in bed with the government. Yep.
Got me there. You got me there.
The
I don't
avian
know about the 12
genocide.
billion bird surveillance program, though.
Well, I don't know about that one.
But if you look at I sent you a picture in Twitter that clearly shows how they've done this.
Oh God. Oh my gosh. This is just. You guys, you
I
can
could have gone my
subscribe
whole
to
life
me.
not knowing this.
Bird
But then-
Truthers Unite.
Where was the fun in that?
Oh, is that it? Is the whole poultry gate only 1 page?
Yeah. Well, but they have a whole
Do not sell my information.
You can go to poultrygate.com.
Oh, what's the
Also.
truther gear for Poultrygate?
Where is that?
If you scroll up to the top,
It's really giving truthers a bad name. I don't.
it says truther gear.
Wasn't that the clothes?
Oh, no.
store.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, well, let's see.
Gotta have
Jelly
your
of the
truther gear.
sticker packs.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Classic.
I know. I need one on my van. Shit.
I know, right?
Reasons and
You want to
desires.
start conversations with people, you tell them something like birds aren't real. I mean,
Reasons
come
and
on.
desires.
If you want to talk to somebody and get them hooked, you go, hey, did you know birds aren't real?
That's a conversation ender, actually.
I don't know.
A conversation
It
starter
depends on
and
who you're
ender.
talking to. They might go, what the fuck are you talking
Oh wait, they're shooting a
I'm intrigued.
documentary.
No.
Oh yeah.
There's gotta be.
Here, I'll
Look,
send
they
this
have
to
a
you.
they have a headwear section. Oh my god, it's called Bar. Birds aren't real. Bar.
You wear it at the bar.
All right, you gotta play this. That
What do I
is
gotta do?
Hilarious.
Oh,
It's in the chat.
It's in the private chat, Lucky.
Oh.
Yeah, for the StreamYard.
Okay. There we go.
this is fun. I love this theory.
knew? My little thing's wrong.
Okay. While I get some gas, Eric, let's get flyers on every pole around
The
here.
fucking truck.
Have brochures for people.
This is not real.
Maybe just give them some flyers if you see anybody, okay?
Sounds good.
Second day out on the road right now, and learning every opportunity or everywhere you go is an opportunity for activism, you know? So Eric's been putting up flyers. It's been great. Kim, I think it's a little hot for her out here, but she's been really doing a great job when she can. And I mean, she is helping out. She's helping out, you know. We are in Arkansas right now, Fayetteville, Arkansas. Heading to Missouri though. We were supposed to be in Missouri yesterday. Have a speaking engagement there and a rally we're planning. But all things considered, as long as we're there by tomorrow, we're good to go. Just need to get on the road again here very shortly. Hi, my name is Peter McIndoe. I am the Public Information Officer for the Birds Aren't Real movement. I guess like the face of birds. I do the social medias and stuff. I'm
Face of
currently
birds.
on a cross-country road trip to awaken the nation with my beautiful girlfriend, Kim, who I love a lot. So glad she asked to come along. Love you, baby. And my intern, Eric, recent hire, has been proving his worth so far. And yeah, glad to have him along.
Hi, my name's Eric Francis. I'm 19 years old, originally from Missouri. I've been involved with the Birds Aren't Real movement for around 4 years now.
I don't like being on camera.
You know, life out here on the road is pretty difficult, so it's best that we all work as a team. We each have special tasks assigned to us so that we get everything done day by day. For example, Kim goes in and gets us dinner every night. It's been the same thing the past few nights. Cold hot dogs, which is fine. We don't have any appliances in the van, so we just kind of make it work. And for instance, whenever we're in the Walmart parking lots, I put flyers under all the cars' windshields. You know, the work never stops spreading the word. And as far as Peter goes, I'm not entirely sure what he does, but I'm sure he does something.
Man, my history with birds goes back like 4 or 5 years. I was contacted by the movement in 2017. I was young. I was excited to make a difference, you know, excited to get out into the world, do something that I cared about. I was based in Memphis at the time and just went out there with my signs, started posting videos, got out there in the world, got in touch with some other bird truthers, and the movement grew. People started making videos about it. We got some flyers up that hit Reddit. Word started spreading, you know. kind of had a strategy with it. Like if you can tap into the viral stream, every day there's a new batch of viral images and concepts hitting the internet. If you're on Instagram or Twitter, you know this. So if you could find a way to tap into that viral stream, that new batch of concepts that everyone talks about, then you can get a lot of information in front of a lot of people very quickly. So that was the goal, was to package the truth in this comedic, very disarming cloak, that then people are disarmed and they can actually accept it rather than shut it down right away. So I mean, after we did a while of doing that, flyers and videos, it started reaching some bigger people. People started making videos about it.
Birds aren't real. Open your eyes.
I think this has something to do with like birds aren't real.
I don't even know if birds are real anymore, dude. I can't remember the last time I saw a real bird.
Then I started getting out into the real world more. Put up some billboards. That did really well. Got us on the news. Went on the news. Unknowingly walked into a complete media hit job.
So this is really satire. I mean, you don't really believe that happened, correct? This is a satirical campaign to make the point that what? You're looking at me like, no, it's not satire. I really do believe this.
Honestly, it's kind of offensive.
Tried to call us a joke on live TV. So that was sad. They lied about me. After I went on the news, I went into hiding for a while. I was in a cave, just scared of getting my face out there like that so publicly. Ended up getting reached out to by globalist intelligence. They tried to buy me out, and I just had to say,
no, they fucking didn't.
No, then they came after my life. Had to go into hiding again. Ended up finding a ex-CIA agent who confessed to everything we're saying here. Got him on tape. 3 days later, he dies in his sleep mysteriously. Had to go into hiding again. And I mean, past couple years I've just been trying my best, honestly. Just been trying my best, getting the word out. But it's been all this time. I've been doing this for 4 years, and what the polls say, I don't know how much you can trust the polls or the stats or whatever, but what that stuff says is 99.9% of the country still thinks birds are real, which means I've failed.
Yeah.
My job was to wake people up. So I dropped everything recently. Spent my life savings on this van. Decaled it. Put the truth all over it. Trying to turn the highway into an information highway, as I like to say. And now we're out on the road.
He has spikes on top of the van to keep the birds away, like they put them out in the cities to keep the houseless away.
I got to take care of my boys. They get hungry out here. Peter says that we have to eat in silence to remember the birds that have been killed by the government. As for me, I don't really like it, and I think it's unnecessary. But I get to choose the food, and I choose hot dogs.
That's great.
This is like one of the most unsettling depictions of eating hot dogs ever.
No condiments.
So bad.
Yeah, no condiments. They're not even eating it with the buns.
I don't even know if they cooked them.
You can hear them eating it.
Yeah.
That's so gross.
Set up a boom mic to hear the hot dogs.
It's the bacon expressions for me.
Oh, so bad.
You guys want to call tonight?
No.
It's been a long day.
Just divvying up the hot dogs on a
goal,
cardboard
like,
box in the back of the van.
Eric?
I've been there.
All three
Everybody out of the
Things
van?
are real, though.
Yeah. Time for couple time. Mommy and daddy. All right. Night, guys. Thanks for a great day. See you tomorrow.
Every night, 9 p.m., Peter wants the van emptied. And, I get it. They're a couple. They need their own time.
Poor guy.
To be honest,
Oh my god!
it protects me from the weather and wild animals.
Oh
Obviously, drone as well. And to be completely honest with you, I do cherish your time over here, nice and quiet. So, yeah, Hope you guys had a good night.
But if like the
We'll see you
van
next time.
starts bouncing up and
Is that
down.
weird?
That's what I want.
Is that weird saying see you next time?
That would have been so much funnier.
I know.
Missed opportunity.
Oh my god.
Clearly, the T-shirt game's been working.
Wait, there's another. Is this another video?
Oh, there's.
Yep.
They have a whole channel.
A new so-called conspiracy theory is catching on with Generation Z.
Is this a real thing?
Is this a Zoomer thing? I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't know if it's actually like.
Is it? Yeah, like
Zoomers
This
joke
has to
about
be,
it.
like,
We
they
joke
made
about
this
it for
up.
sure, but
I mean, I've seen other things on it. I mean, maybe these guys took it and ran with it, but I've seen other things on this.
Well, click the next link I shared.
Where is that one? In
The-
the comment, the private
Yeah.
chat.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh my
It'll-
gosh! This
It'll
is
make
like-
it all come full circle for us.
this is a treasure trove of information that's so important to us.
I know, right? It is because it's laughing information. I mean, who knew? You know, who knew that the kids when we were
I just didn't
little,
want to tell you.
well,
I know.
they knew that these birds were real, and you know, we were gonna be surveilled even by.
Ever since my friend David Hinault shot that bird with his 22, and it just like made
Aw.
like crackling noises and sparks, I knew something was up.
Oh my god! Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Micro air vehicles, or MAVs, will play an important role in future warfare. The urban battlefield calls for tools to increase the warfighter's situational awareness and capacity to engage rapidly, precisely, and with minimal collateral damage. MAVs will be integrated into future Air Force layered sensing systems. These systems may be airdropped or hand-launched, depending on the mission requirements.
I think we need to save
The small
mosquitoes.
size of MAVs allows them to be hidden in plain sight. Once in place, an MAV can enter a
Similar van.
low-powered extended surveillance mode for missions lasting days or weeks. This may require the MAV to harvest energy from environmental sources, such as sunlight or wind, or from man-made sources, such as power lines and vibrating machinery. It will blend in with its surroundings and operate undetected. MAVs will use microsensors and microprocessor technology to navigate and track targets through complicated terrain, such as urban areas. An MAV operating in urban terrain will have more agility
Go ahead.
challenges than larger UAVs.
That pigeon was
Obstructions
lying.
can cause wind gusts, even on a calm day. One way to overcome this is to learn from examples in nature and use flapping wings to fly. Sensing an oncoming gust, feedback control directs the wings to flap asymmetrically, compensating for the wind. Small size and agile flight will enable MAVs to covertly enter locations inaccessible by traditional means of aerial surveillance. MAVs will use new forms of navigation, such as a vision-based technique called optic flow. This system remains robust when traditional methods, such as GPS, are unavailable. Multiple MAVs, each equipped with small sensors, will work together to survey a large area. Information from these sensors will be combined, providing the swarm of MAVs with a big picture point of view. Data will be communicated amongst the MAVs to enable real-time, reliable decision-making and to provide an overall surveillance picture for other platforms or operators. Each individual MAV may perform a very distinct mission from its fellow swarm members. While some MAVs may be used purely for visual reconnaissance, others may be used for targeting or tagging of sensitive locations. Individual MAVs may perform direct attack missions and can be equipped with incapacitated chemicals, combustible payloads, or even explosives for precision targeting capability. MAVs may carry sensors to detect chemical, biological, or radiation threats and relay this information to human operators or to other unmanned platforms. Like their biological inspiration, MAVs are not limited to flight. The agile hovering, perching, and crawling MAV will fulfill the mission popularly termed dull, dirty, and dangerous, like no current system can. MAVs will become a vital element in the ever-changing warfighting environment and will help ensure success on the battlefield of the future. Unobtrusive, pervasive, lethal,
Fucking gnarly.
micro-air vehicles, enhancing the capabilities of the future warfighter.
Yeah. So that was an old video, and it's real.
Ew. So maybe the birds aren't real. People are right, and they're actually insects.
I think the birds
Seriously?
are the decoy, and it's really the insects that are happening.
Damn it.
We got
And here I was
Gates,
trusting every
Gates and
grasshopper
the
and
GMOs.
dragonfly I've seen.
Maybe the birds recharge the bugs.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, the
cool.
power lines thing could be a thing. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't put like anything past anything. Like reptile, lizard, freaking flying, freaking birds that are not. I do not put any of it past me. And I think that the UFOs of the sky are just our government. And you know
Yes.
they've been fucking with us a long time, and they know how to time travel, and they know how to go through universes.
They know how to time travel.
They
already
know how to
every
do all
thought
these
I ever think.
things.
Yeah. The
For sure.
thing about it is, like, no matter how zany of a concept that you come up with about things that might be happening right now, you know what I mean? You're probably just scratching the surface. It's fucking it's insane.
The things that they let us know are the things that that they let come out and be conspiracy theories for a little while to kind of boil it in there, you know.
Slaughter
Hey,
bomb.
Lucky.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a really fun time. Thank you guys in the chat. It was really great hanging out with everyone and meeting Amber and again Hunter. And I'll see you guys next time. And Glory, have a great evening and sleep well later.
Thank you for hanging out with
Everybody
us.
sleep well.
You're always welcome, and we're gonna do more ladies' nights because we need
They're
this.
fun. Yeah. I
Yeah.
actually got to
Awesome.
hop off too here because I got a bunch of shit to do. So,
huh?
I was just saying I got to hop off too here just because I got a bunch of shit to do.
I know.
But-
I'm so glad that you stopped in, even though
Yeah,
you
I
had stuff
am
going
too.
on.
Yeah, I had a great
Appreciate
time.
that.
That was awesome. Look
Yeah,
forward
it
to
was really
seeing
fun.
all y'all around.
Yeah, you know you
yeah.
can't stay away, Glory.
I know.
Be well.
Thanks, y'all
Yeah,
too.
if there's anything you guys want to plug before you head out, you can too.
Oh, superoperafuncast.podbean.com. The Political Matrix every Saturday. The podcast is monthly, basically. So I'm more available on the Political Matrix stream, which is every Saturday around 8:15 my time, sometimes later than that most of the time. But catch me on that channel. You can find it pretty easily. But I will put a link in for you guys, and the podcast is pretty easy to find as well.
Yeah, send me
And-
those and DM or whatever, and then I can have Steve put them in the description.
Sure.
That way they can find you that way too.
Awesome. I'm going to
And-
be on the dive tomorrow night. And then Brave New
Nice.
Future coming back on Friday at 7:00.
Nice.
Yeah, we're working on some fun stuff for
Well,
Roar.
that's
I'm-
7 Pacific time though.
Yes, specific.
Yes.
I'll be specific about.
I
the
know. Oh my god, I've always been so bad with both of those words, like forever, my whole life.
Yeah.
I just purposely screw them up intentionally now, but yeah, we're working on some fun stuff coming up. I'm really excited. So there'll be some extra special things in the next few months with Roar that we're doing some fundraising stuff. We're working on some grants we're really hoping for. And then we've got some really fun ways, like engagement ways with the audience, and I think I don't know, somewhere in between like Hollywood Squares,
Nice.
yeah, we got some fun stuff planned, and I got some amazing Hillary Hilda Beast awards to get out of too. So it'll be good. So stay tuned through that. But Roar Media, of course, you can find us all over. We are broadcasting international now on a bunch of different crazy platforms that we can't even find ourselves when you go look. Like,
yeah.
We know it's going there, but like you get like sidetracked and we can't translate the website fast enough.
Great. Oh my god!
Yeah, they're gonna love us in Korea and Russia.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be awesome!
Hell yeah!
Yeah,
beautiful.
we're like, fuck it, let's go. Who knows? YouTube, maybe not so much. Maybe this crazy place in Japan's where we go big. You never know.
Yeah. Go big or stay home, goddamn.
Yeah, it's a lot of like ASMR noodle videos too.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was one strange thing where it was like chicks dressed up as like hooker bunny rabbits, like interviews.
Always a crowd.
I'm like, I hope we put the right category in.
Who doesn't like hooker bunny rabbits? Come on. It's tried and true.
Oh my gosh, that is fantastic.
So you never know where you'll see Roar Media.
They might be with the hookers.
We like to urge everyone to go subscribe to Roar Media on the Rockfin and on the YouTubes while they're on there, and wherever else you find them.
Yeah,
and
wherever else you run across
whatever
them.
category you happen to be in.
Then I had this great idea too. There's a fantastic restaurant for sale in Portland if we want to take over Portland, Oregon. It's about a couple mil. But beautiful building, great speakeasy in the basement, known for their Irish food. But I was thinking we could start a restaurant, myself, Ryan Christian, pasta, running the place. Like,
damn,
we'd be trouble.
Oh,
dude, that would be trouble.
Dude, I really want to talk about
especially
intentional
because I've had
community.
you and pastas cooking before, and it's fucking awesome. Yeah.
Details of 3-letter fucking organizations.
Can you imagine the conversation? Talk about fly on the wall.
They're like, oh shit, we got all three of them in one building.
I know, right? Oh my gosh, I know. What a powerhouse we could all be in one
That's
area.
pretty crazy. Like my whole life, that's all I've done is cook and play music. Wow.
I think we need to claim back land and be like, listen, we want this is ours, and we're sovereign to you. We're done. We're done. Rules only exist if we follow them. They only exist if we follow them. Rules are not like, it's not a physical thing like a broom. It can be on paper, but paper can be burned, guys. We don't have to follow the rules.
We just need the grow your own so we can grow all our own produce and then have housing for everybody.
I think we need to get intentional land together, intentional property where it's a big enough of a property. Build the Earthship homes. We've been talking about that for years.
The only problem with the Earthship homes I've come in contact with is you need a lot of labor to build them.
Oh yeah.
Like
Mega labor.
People get burnt out.
I think the only way that works is if you're doing it as like a teaching exercise.
Yeah,
That
I
way you
was.
have your
That's
labor.
yeah. You have it as a workshop where people come and learn how to do it, and they help you
'Cause I don't
build
know
it.
how else you can afford to employ that many people to build that many fucking tires.
And then you only get one structure at the end of it. And then you're like, oh shit, we need 8 more.
Yes.
I'm sorry to cut y'all off, but I gotta hop off here.
Sorry.
Slow news day. Find me on Twitter, Gloria Jones. Much love, y'all.
Jones.
Love you.
Peace.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
Elle. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Lucky Stever.
This was so much fun. So I think that we are gonna try to do this on a somewhat regular of a basis. And just open it up to the ladies. Like we never get, you know what I mean, to just kind of do the thing. All of us females. There's a lot of there's a lot of, no offense, guys, but there's a lot of you guys out there.
There is.
We need our place too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god,
Absolutely.
my cheeks are like, I'm feeling it. Like I worked them out. I don't have to go to the cheek gym tomorrow. I'm okay. All right, Steve's gonna kick me off anyway because he's doing a stream next. So you guys should come on over to Steve Cutler Live and come hang out with us over there.
Awesome. Have a great night. I'm gonna go check on my deep dish pizza.
Ooh.
Apparently we broke the bread maker.
Oh no!
Oldest child had to remake the dough. We'll find out what that looks like.
Oh my gosh!
Thanks, Emma. We'll see you next.